everybody. We are back with another episode of Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age. I cannot tell you how long we have waited to be coming back into this. I'm very excited to be back here again. I also wanted to do a quick, big thank you to Jen for helping this happen, because Robin's computer literally melted a couple days ago. And Jen happened to have a backup desktop that is good enough to run stream.
For those of you that aren't in our Discord and haven't looking in Dork Tales games, that is my GPU.
It's
not supposed to look like that.
Okay, thanks. I'm not very techy, so that helps.
You know, it's that silver stuff around the edge. That's supposed to be covering the whole thing. You know, it's all supposed to be silver, not that burnt color.
Yeah. I figured Robin's in so many games that I had to save the stream.
Yeah, it was either that or like find a way to like finance a new laptop. If you want to help Robin replace it, there is a good chance that the manufacturer will replace the laptop. But there is a GoFundMe if you want to help as well. Yeah. No pressure, because some of you were very generous, and that covered all of the initial costs, like getting the first one like diagnosed and like paying for like gas to shuttle back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to the store every time a new development happened. So thank you all for being so generous.
Yes, I really appreciate that, because oh my gosh, this is a lovely hobby, but a computer is very expensive.
It is really true. So let us continue doing hellos. So hello everyone, welcome back to Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age. This is episode 11, the Lazarene. I am your storyteller, Kelly. I use he and him, and oh man, I'm excited to be back for this. I really am. And I hope that you're going to enjoy it. If you have not tuned into an episode of Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age before, there's a lot to go over. But what you need to know right now is that 4 magically inclined women in the Victorian era in the 1890s have been brought together by fate and are going on a number of little missions around the city trying to, you know, figure out what the hell is going on and why they are all roped into a conspiracy that has something to do with well, a Jack the Ripper-esque serial killer. And pardon me one sec. Boop. So there is a lot to go over there. Presently, the characters have found their way to a stable, hunting down a doctor that is providing resurrection men with their income. Resurrection men, of course, being people who stole bodies for medical science in the Victorian Age, which is one of my favorite things about the Victorian Age. As they entered this stable, this old, dilapidated, forgotten stable in the middle of a lightning storm, watching lightning strike it multiple times on these strange electroded weather vanes, they found that the structure was in fact housing one very large dead body that Chastity approached right when lightning struck and reanimated it, as its creator cackled from the overhead catwalks. You know, something equivalent to, it's been like 2 months, so something equivalent to like, it's alive, etc. So you're about to see some fun. But before we do that, let's go around and say hello to everybody. Starting with Christine. Hi, Christine.
Hello. Quick point of, I don't know, note to selves. Yes. Question. So yes, I technically have 2 dots of Prime. However, I bought them back on May 7th, and I think the deal was that I didn't get to use them until I had been trained in them. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Have I been trained at all?
I'll tell you what, you haven't been trained in the second one, but that first one you're going to be able to wing on the fly.
Okay, cool.
Because life circumstances have made that complicated. And Josephine will be getting her seeking sometime within the next, like, before December.
I think I almost have enough for seeking.
I've purchased a seeking as well. I remember I used that, so now I'm down to very little.
I know when you are getting your seeking, and it is based on a plot element that's happening in 2 to 3 episodes.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, yes. Fancy.
That's what he's been saying about mine for the last like 2 to 3.
To be fair, there were a lot of episodes canceled.
No.
Stuff has been happening.
But the last 2 to 3 episodes, it's been like, you just got to get on a boat or something.
Yeah,
you just gotta get out of England.
Yeah,
you got to Brexit, man. You got to Brexit. All right.
But yes, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Evelyn Taylor, our Electrodyne or Society of Ether member.
Nice. All right. Any quick announcements that you have before we pass it over? Not really?
Not really. Find me as Lady Liliana.
Nice. Happy to have you back. Let's pass over to Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy, and I am playing Chastity, Prudence, Goodwin, our Cult of Ecstasy / Celestial Chorister. And we both use she, her, they, and they, them. I mean, not that Chastity really knows about anything else. She doesn't really
Fair.
care, I don't think. Yeah.
No, not so much.
Not so much. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Anything fun you want to tell us?
I had a vacation. The floors are still not done, but thankfully the sanding has stopped. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to probably try and relocate at some point when they get back to working on the downstairs hallway and the bathrooms, which, because, when they take the door off the bathroom, that's a deal breaker for me.
Yep, that's fair. All right. Down at the bottom, let's pass to Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen, and I play Josephine Carrington. I had to remember her last name, and it was hard. Josephine Carrington, our Order of Hermes Banitharsis member. I use she, her pronouns. Josephine does not care, but generally uses she, her because of the time period.
Nice. All right. Also, you have been purchased a point of willpower, Jen, by the chat, and I think other
Thank
people
you,
are getting
Flawed
it too.
Cowboy.
Yeah,
Excellent.
someone else, Flood Cowboy bought a second one for somebody. I don't know
So
who that's
someone
gonna-
buy one for
Darcy.
Chastity. She's in trouble.
Chastity.
Darcy and Josephine.
Darcy and Josephine both have one. And speaking of Darcy, hi, Robin.
Hi. Totally new setup today. But I am really grateful for Jen and yourself as well, Kelly, for driving my laptop, because the computer place was only open during working hours and I was unfortunately at work, and you were able to, because you were from home, able to drive my laptop around, so I was super appreciative of that. And also thank you for your keyboard, because I'm using a desktop computer, and as a former laptop user, I had no spare keyboards, so much appreciation to be able to play this game.
Thanks to our supporters on Patreon for buying that keyboard.
Yes. This is insane. And also, I'm really glad I take good notes in my book, because as well as my laptop exploding with all my data, all my computer character sheets are on that. So I was like, I'm gonna have to wing my stats today because I don't have those. But yeah, no, it's fun, and I'm super excited that things got a temporary fix in the dam right now. A finger is in the hole right now, blocking that dam. I don't know where I'm going with this. But
I don't know where you're going either.
I play Darcy. She uses she, her pronouns, as do I, and she is our Verbena member with her cat. Oh my god, I keep for
Get it right.
Get
it right.
It's Bran. It's Bran. It's not
Bran the
Brawl.
cat, because he's a flake. Gotcha.
No, it's named after a Celtic god.
Who was also a flake.
Maybe.
My
I
computer
don't know.
explodes by the curse of the gods. All right,
Paradox. It's like me and my broken toe. It's paradox.
Which is not as good as a pair of dogs.
No.
All right.
We're a pair of ducks.
Also, lots of stuff has been purchased since I've
Yep,
been
lots of stuff has
talking.
been purchased. I've been trying to keep up with it. All right, so folks, we're going to hop into game in just a second. Thank you so much for being with us. And does anybody have any last minute thing that they need to know or ask me before we begin? I know that a bunch of you have existing effects up. Christine, you have your entropy armor. Jen, you have additional health boxes, armor, and a sight. Darcy had up I believe, sight to be able to see in the dark, as
And she's
well.
swole.
And you're swole, and did you also have the soak lethal and aggravated damage, or the soak lethal damage?
I don't have that in my notes, so I'm gonna go with I kept the two things up, because I probably
Chastity has a
would
mind
have
shield
written that.
up, and I think that's it.
I have a negative effect because I had a task mushroom earlier, so I think I still have minus
God,
one
right.
to all
Minus one to
perception-based pools.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
All
can't
right.
remember what level of shield I'd had up.
If
Did
I
I manage to
remember,
get the 3 successes?
I want to say you had 8 to 3 or 4 successes.
Yeah, I
like it
remember
was
you
beefy.
rolled very
Yeah.
well on your shield.
You rolled very well. So you had, it was your stamina plus 3, and you could soak anything with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
that's what it was.
I neglected to take notes.
Yeah, well, we expected that we'd be back in a week, so, it happens.
Well, I think I wrote it on a post-it, and I don't know what's happened to that post-it. It's
Dude,
not
I
actually in
wrote
the
down-
book anymore.
I wrote down time codes for Call of the Netherdeep yesterday for the edit, and I've already lost that post-it. I have literally just
I feel like I did write it down, just apparently not in
these
the
are my
actual
to-do
notes of
lists
the book.
for the month.
Uh,
Post-its
It's
in
a
this house
system.
van. It's a system. Who has attention deficit disorder? It's me. It's like half the cast. You two in the middle are surrounded.
Are they?
It's well,
I feel like I got something. I think it's
Yeah.
like, what is it? High achieving kid disorder.
yes,
Yeah.
You
That
burn out
was
as an
it.
adult and can't do anything.
hacked. High achieving kid disorder. Hacked.
Oh,
Oh my
yes,
God.
yes.
I'm not armchair diagnosing, but that also tends to be secretly ADHD,
Yeah.
especially in women.
I know.
Yeah,
I
really.
constantly read posts about like this is like symptoms of ADHD. I'm like, a lot of those are my boxes that I'm ticking right now.
If I do,
I
it's
will-
very
There's
mild.
a lot of overlap.
I will also say
Yep.
that there are, levels of ADHD, and if it's not messing with your everything,
Day-to-day,
then
yeah.
it's not a problem
Yeah.
necessarily.
Mhm.
Whereas for some of us, it messes us up real bad.
It's true. All right, speaking of messing you up real bad, I think it's time for us to head into game. No fiction for today, just because I wanted to focus on the fight and getting right into it. Also, I am in the middle of doing drafts for a huge book, like where I have to give my editor 23,000 words next week.
Thanks. Also, Kelly, let's you're looking a little fuzzy, but that might be my computer.
No, it is not
Okay.
your computer, because your computer is melted.
It's true. This is not my computer.
Mwah.
I will
We
say,
explain
if,
why you look
like,
fuzzy.
if we lose Darcy, if the computer decides it just doesn't want to, it shouldn't do that. But
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't, but it might just decide, screw you guys.
we don't know what the limitations of this
Yeah,
computer are.
Yeah,
so
this is a test run.
Yeah.
There.
All right, so fixed that as well. Boop.
it did have
All right,
Windows
folks.
7 on it when I reloaded
Windows
Windows
7.
10. So
Oh,
I just realized that my watch has finally died. Because it's been sitting in the corner on my bookshelf,
Did it
ticking
die
at me
704?
all the time. No,
hilarious.
6:36.
All right.
Mm.
Well, that's a good number too.
Is this gonna
All
wind up?
right. So, without further ado, let's head into Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age, here on Dork Tales. As you wandered through the stables, the old, dusty air and bits of hay remnant from a time when this was often used, clinging to the insides of your lungs as you press forward. You found yourselves investigating the strange phenomenon as lightning coursed through electrodes in front of you. Now let me describe this room for you. It is a long, narrow, rectangular stable, a huge central corridor from where wagons used to be driven in here before being hitched to horses. Or unhitched from horses, I suppose I should say. On either side of you are a number of stable stalls. Now, the stables that used to be in here were the ones, the horses that used to be in these stables were the ones that would be pulling around like hansom cabs, and they'd be workhorses. Hell, some of them would even be Clydesdales. And around the way, you can see that these stables are large enough to fit those monstrous horses. However, they don't appear to have been in some time. The walls are spider-webbed with copper wiring that sparks at random intervals, casting dim light around the area. But nothing is quite as bright as the front of the room, where a pair of bulbous electrodes, each the size around of a child's arm span, emits sparks of electricity, Tesla coils. They will later call these things. And in the center, on a raised dais, lies a body under a sheet. Above, on a catwalk that circles the U-shaped building, is a woman with dark hair streaked with silver, dressed in a leather lab coat, cackling, her dark hair just thrown back in a chaotic mass of kinky curls. She is middle-aged and absolutely mad. She looks down at you with goggles, rubberized gloves clinging to her slender arms as she pulls a lever, coursing lightning into the body on the table. Whatever she was saying when she did that has been lost to you. And as that happened, all hope of leaving fails, for behind you, a portcullis slides down over the doors that you used to enter this barn. Lightning courses down through the circuitry and into the body. Chastity, you were near the body, standing on the dais, about 4 feet away when this happened. And at this point, I'd like everyone to make me an initiative roll. Initiative roll is going to be 1d10 plus your dexterity and wits.
All right. Yes, I have written that at the front page of my book of what my dex is. Oh, that's nice.
Okay. And Willie. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, it was Dex and Wits combined, right?
Dex and wits combined as a score.
Okay.
All
Plus the
right.
roll.
And they'll act last. That sounds good. All right. So, top of the initiative, we have Dr. Willie Burke with a 19.
Oh.
10s are great. Then we have Josephine. Then we have Darcy. Then we have Chastity. Then we have Evelyn. Then we have, I think I will call, what do we feel like? The monster, Promethea, the Lazarene, the body? What do we want to call it?
I like Promethea as like just a name.
Yeah.
That works pretty good. All right. Perfect. All right, initiative has been drawn. There is a sudden lurch on the table. I'm going to give the body a surprise round because it was obviously dead a moment ago. It is going to lurch forward. The sheet is going to fall off of it, revealing a woman standing nearly 7.5 feet tall as it stretched out, naked as the day that she was born. And born, and born, and born. For as you look at her, you see so many lives patchworked like a quilt handed down through generations. Her flesh puckering where it has been stitched together with rough hemp. She looks at you with two different colored eyes. One a milky blue, the other a deep, dark brown. Her lips have a stitch beneath the nose, which is of a completely different shade than the rest of her pallid flesh. Her lips are pulled like by a cleft up above chaotic, mangled teeth that look like a graveyard. She looks at you with both terror and frustration and confusion and is going to try to reach out to you. Chastity. Let's see if she can get you. She has 4 dice to do this, at the moment at least. she is going to, so as she sits up, she's going to reach out, and you're kind of reaching for the sheet. A hand as large as yours plus half wraps around your wrist and grabs you. And then that is when she will sit up. You will see her staring down at you, and some content warnings. For this, I'm going to get into some body horror description. As you look at her, she looks back at you with that horrible stitch visage, and as you are looking at her, you're seeing that all of the patchwork flesh, some of it, I mean, it's impossible to decide what she looks like or who she looks like. Patches of hairy flesh stripped from a very hairy man cover one part of her shoulder. You can see that as she sits up, naked as the day that she was made, as I said, she is lactating some type of strange green fluid from one of her breasts. Perhaps formaldehyde? Perhaps something to animate the corpse. And she looks at you and lets out a low, yet surprisingly feminine. And we at the top of the initiative with Dr. Willie. Dr. Willie is going to look down and say, yes, embrace her, crush her to you. Bring them death. Oh, meet my other pets. And she's going to reach up and pull another lever. And you are going to hear as mechanical tracks along the stables are going to begin to, and you are going to hear the strangest sound that you could imagine. Farm animals.
Oh my god.
Josephine, it is your turn. What would you like to do? She is up 30 feet on a catwalk looking down at you. She has like a number of strange devices, including she has one large leather strap around her and something big on her back that you can't see. Kind of looks like she's carrying like a backpack.
Cool. What I'd like to do and what I'm going to do are two different things. What I'd like to do is burn this place to the fucking ground. But
there is a lot of hay still.
And I thought about it, but I think what I'm going to do is take my gun and load it with prime bullets.
Ooh, prime bullets.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Because I would like to shoot her, but I don't know if you'll let me do that in this.
Yep, you can totally do that. I assume that like your gun you'll basically be able to speed load it and fire. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to make me an attack roll. So what that's gonna be is, first of all, let's go ahead and do the attack roll to see if it hits. That is going to be a dexterity and firearms roll. She is at an elevated position, kind of blocked by some things, so I'm gonna give it to you at a difficulty of 7 instead of 6. And damn.
Ooh. I don't get to reroll 10s though. Damn it.
Not unless you have a specialty in dexterity or firearms.
I do not. But I did get 3 successes and 2 of them were 10s on
Holy
4
crap.
dice.
Good job. All right. So what I'd like you to do is now we are going to roll your prime. Okay. So roll your arete. So this is definitely going to be difficulty. You're going to take a point of paradox for this because this is kind of innately strange and magical. But everything here kind of is, so I'll only make it slightly strange. So give it to me at difficulty of, how many magical effects are you holding right now? Just 1 or 2?
I'm myself holding 2.
Okay, so you're going to be at difficulty of 4, 5, 6, difficulty of 7.
Cool. I'm spending a willpower.
Sounds great.
And what the heck? Yeah, I really want this to hurt.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend.
Can you remind me whether or not we were playing with the rule that's in the M20 of when you fire a quintessence bolt, you have to spend a point of quintessence?
Oh, I can't remember, but I marked it off because I was about to spend a lower difficulty, but I can use it for the bullet.
Yeah, let's
instead.
use it as a bullet because aggravated damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
That is 2 successes, including
2
the willpower.
successes. Oh, great. 2 successes. So that is going to be 4 levels of aggravated damage. Does she have a way of soaking that?
You bitch.
She was not expecting that. I'm not going to lie. So
All this magic, it's like gun.
Raising the dead. I will unraise the dead with bang.
Okay. You are going to speed load your gun and fire. Is it a musket? What is this? A flintlock?
It's hold on, I actually have it here. It's a heavy revolver.
Okay.
And it's one of the ones in the time period that smokes when you shoot it.
Honestly, I think most of them probably do, but this one smokes extra hard. This one's a chain smoker. All right. There is going to be an explosion of magical energy, and the room is going to be lit as it slams into her. She was not expecting that. She is going to shriek and duck down to the floor, trying to block line of sight as she clutches where you have slammed into her shoulder with this burning, searing cold fire. Perfect. All right, Darcy. Darcy, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Question for you, Kelly.
Yes.
So I'm looking through the 9 spheres, and there's stuff about life, stuff that animate corpse or parts.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do the reverse? With life magic?
Like deanimate? Like
yeah.
Cause like
Is that entropy?
It could be either, actually. So what you could do is...
This is using Life 2 and Prime 2 is the thing I'm looking at.
So,
animate corpse. So I was wondering if I can use it.
Yes and no, because here's the thing. Looking at her right now, you see that this creature is animated by magic. Now, the question is, there are 2 options for you. This is a very large-scale effect to animate this. You're not sure if she's permanent or not. What you could do is do a life effect to try to damage her. It may be effective, it may be ineffective unless you use certain other spheres. It may be only partially effective.
Okay.
Alternatively, it is still a body, which means that you could theoretically inflict it with things like rigor mortis, pain. You could try to make it seize up using life magic and thereby like take dice away from me or give me penalties to my rolls.
Yes.
Okay, you want to try that? So how would you do this?
Yeah, so I wasn't maybe even necessarily thinking of her. I was thinking for like all the animals to get them to just like drop.
Oh, the animals? So the way that it would work is as the animals start to move out onto the floor, looking over your shoulder, because you're kind of about a third of the way back into the stables behind where Chastity is, you're going to see these horrible monstrosities, early experiments, these chimeric farm animals, pig bodies with goat heads on them, chickens mixed with ducks, mixed with parts of, you think a snake at some point is lashing on the end of its, like, she's been busy. These things are probably much less shelf stable than Promethea.
Yeah.
So what I would allow you to do is you could try to use life magic to damage them or to undo their effect. And in addition to whatever damage or things that you wanted to do, you would require a success for each one because you only have life 3.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm thinking about the situation, and Chastity is right beside the thing. So I think that's going to be Darcy's main...
You are a witch, so I'm going to give you one more option that you would have thought of from your training.
Okay. Yeah.
You have life 3?
Yes.
Okay. You could theoretically set up a life ward.
What is that?
You would probably cut yourself and draw a line in the sand or the dust that certain creatures of your choice could not cross without rolling more strength successes than you put into the effect.
Oh, okay.
You can do this for people, you can do this for things. Usually correspondence is required, but if you're just literally drawing a line in the sand, it can be just life.
Huh.
And you can find that in How Do You Do That if you want to learn more about warding.
Yeah, I would love that.
My favorite instance of this that I've ever used in a game is a witch dropped a broom in front of a door. Because brooms sweep away evil spirits and are perfect foci.
That is awesome. That is actually kind of perfect for what I was thinking. I'm kind of...
Warding is on page 95. Just so
95. Oh, I almost...
Of How Do You Do That.
Yeah, it's great.
So I would allow you to ward a single space while you were in its presence, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Oh, ooh. Yeah, geez, a ward sounds great.
Or you could just go wrestle a giant undead bitch.
I really want to go wrestle a giant undead. Let's be real here.
You got the strength for it.
I got
Do
the
it.
strength. Could I infuse it with forces
Yeah.
to give extra punch?
To try to just like hit her real hard.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do you're gonna do me a dexterity and strength roll.
Okay.
Or, pardon me, a dexterity and brawl roll. What am I thinking? Dexterity and brawl.
Dexterity and brawl.
Yep, you gotta be able to hit.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, strength is all right. Brawl is it's only 4 dice. Shit.
It's only 4 dice, but you have willpower.
I do. I'll spend a willpower.
Okay, dex and brawl, please. Difficulty of 6. Actually, difficulty of 5. She's seated right now.
Okay, that will be 4 successes.
Okay, 4 successes. So what you're going to roll is strength plus 2. Looking for
Okay.
6s.
Alright.
Your 10s will re-roll because of powerful blows.
Yeah. So strength plus 2. So I'm at 7. That is gonna be 4 successes.
4 successes. All right, rushing forward. How do you do this? So she sits up. She's grabbing onto Chastity's arm.
So I think Darcy's just gonna like throw off her shawl and just like run and just like launch and do like the hip, like grab her by the waist and just like tumble forward to tackle her onto the ground.
Okay. So tackling her onto the ground and like you punch her at the same time or something?
Yeah.
Like just kind of
just kind of like
hockey tackle. Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So that's going to be 4 levels of bashing damage. Minus she has 9 successes to soak.
Yikes.
So you are going to slam into her and kind of like knock her back on the table. And you're going to punch her and you're going to feel your hand not even crease the flesh. It is like punching. It's like punching leather that's been drawn over stone. And she looks up at you from where you have pinned her to the table like a pair of lovers in an embrace. She looks up at you and Chastity.
Shit.
All right. So,
Chastity,
did that break the grip on Chastity, or is she still
it
being?
did not.
It did not. Okay. Cool. Chastity would like to hiss something along the lines of, "You're an affront to God," or something like that, and would like to imbue, like try and wants to try and like prime imbue her wrist or something to just like break the grip if possible.
So you just want to do a remote prime blast. So what you're gonna do?
Yeah,
spend a point of
localize
contestants
directly to the wrist, just to like, yeah.
Okay. To prime blasty. Okay.
Yeah.
And you do not have to make contact.
Cool.
So what I need you to do is roll me your arete. You're going to be at a difficulty of 1, 2, 3. Actually, roll me at. Hold on, I'm gonna send you a PM.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, we'll see.
And that's going to be a point of paradox to you. Welcome to Paradox 5.
Of course. That is 2 successes.
2 successes? Okay. And... But what's this? Who's soaking aggravated damage? Oh, no. Okay, so that is 9 successes. However, I'm going to roll her willpower real quick. And I should probably switch my dice before this fight continues. So she is going to look at you as a flash of quintessential energy burns into her wrist or flares around it, and she's going to let out a groaning and is going to like flick her gaze over to you. You are now the target of her ire, and she has not let you go.
Got it.
Run. Evelyn, it's your turn. What do you do?
All right, so I haven't moved too far into this room yet. So I have my umbrella out. It's not open.
You are about to be surrounded by chicken and goat chimeras.
Okay.
Because they are coming at the back of the room forward.
Is there any... Looking at them, do I think potentially if I spilled a bunch of feed, it would distract them or something like that?
What's your animal ken score?
Does that exist?
Yep, it's a skill. It should be on the left column.
Oh, it's one that you have to write in, probably.
No,
Yeah, it's not in. It's not on this
Not
one.
there.
Not in 20?
That's
Yeah.
a D&D
Okay.
thing, I'm pretty
Then-
sure.
No, it's like
No,
a vampire
on
as
a
well.
sheet, it's a D&D thing.
No, it's on WAD sheets as well, just
Oh,
not
okay.
M20.
It's just they
Yeah.
took it up M20. So what's your empathy score then?
Nothing.
It might work. It might work. Now, just to remind you of things, there are all sorts of numbers of like pulleys and hooks dangling from the ceiling. There are crates and things like that. Probably crates of feed still, because she had to keep them alive for some time. I will also say, like I said before, that the walls are crisscrossed with copper wire that are giving off a lot of electricity. So this place is glowing and humming.
Okay.
So there is a lot going on around you. And honestly, this is a very dangerous area, but you are uniquely attuned to turn it against its user.
Okay. Yeah. I want to then try and like avoid what is coming towards me.
Mhm.
And hopefully like I don't know, I feel like I've not been very like flashy yet, so hopefully I haven't caught too much of attention.
Okay. You're at the back of the room, so no, not really.
I want to see if I can screw with her machinery.
That sounds great. How much forces do you have? Do you have any?
None.
Okay.
I'm matter
you
and
have
entropy
entropy.
primary.
You do have entropy, though.
Yes, I'm a matter and entropy person.
Okay. So you could do a matter and entropy fast cast to try to have some of the electricity on the wall, kind of like some of the wiring explode or
Okay.
maybe lash out.
Or if I concentrate for a moment, can I spot what might be a weak point and use my rote of disintegrate object?
Yes, those would be two different actions, though. So this would be
Okay.
2 turns. Unless what you could do, you could combine them together. I'll give you a +1 difficulty, and you could just throw disintegrate object at the nearest weak spot
Okay.
as a conjunctional effect. So you're just kind of blindly going, "Oh God, I hope this works," and throwing it into the ether.
Okay.
If you want to do that, that would be at a difficulty of 7, because entropy is almost always coincidental, because it's, subtle.
Okay.
So you're at difficulty of 7,
Okay.
base of 3, +3 for entropy, +1 for the conjunctional.
Okay. And none of my merits help with this, right?
Actually, you know what? Drop it to 6 for your techno focus.
Mechanical aptitude.
So, mechanical aptitude. I'll lower
Okay.
it by 1 to 6 for that. And are you using any of your specialty tools or equipment?
I believe for that I'd need to get pretty close.
Okay. So
'Cause
let's
I
just
think
say
what
that-
I was using was mainly I was using a lot of like chemical type things.
Okay, I'll say difficulty 6, but because of concentration, you're not going to have any penalties from just winging it.
Okay. All right. Roll my Rattray and see what I get.
Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So looking forward, you are going to see that some of the wiring is strung up over a rafter about 10 feet in front of you. What do you use as a spray? Or what do you use to weaken? Is it like a grenade? Is it a spray? Is it...
I think I probably, instead of dripping some on nice and easily and saving it for later, I throw the glass bottle.
Okay, so you throw the
It
whole
probably
bottle.
shatters on contact.
Okay, so you just kind of and you see that there's a little bit of a bow in the roof above you, like the beam that's supporting the wiring and like that portion of the stables, and hurl it. There is going to be a hissing noise as you see that the beam starts to dissolve and gives way. And 1 moment, please. I have to give some reflexive rolls for my chickens. Okay, chicken 1 is safe. Chicken 2 is safe. Chicken 3. Okay, now we're going to the goats. Okay. Okay. All right. The ceiling is going to collapse down in that location, dropping wires onto the ground. They're going to hit the ground, and suddenly the situation has become a little more dramatic, because as you did that, some of the copper wiring is going to break loose, the lightning still coursing through it, and it's going to begin lashing around like a beheaded snake. However, it is still about 10 feet from you, unlike it is from the chickens. The first chicken is going to dodge out of the way like it's trying to be picked up. The second one is going to get one of its wings singed, but is going to otherwise be okay. However, the other chicken is going to leap over one of the goats, trying to escape this thrashing electricity, and both of them are going to be charred to a crisp. The smell of rancid cooked meat is going to fill the air in front of you, which will give you a -1 on actions for the next turn, because it is repulsive.
Because I will be spending so much time digging through my bag looking for my vial of, like, cinnamon.
Exactly. All right, so you have 1 goat and 1 chicken down, and there is an electrical wire thrashing around the floor. You're also going to see that one of her electrodes begins going at the front, causing a bit of a delay. Causing a bit of a dimming effect, I should say, to the front of the room. And that is Evelyn. Now it is Promethea's turn. Promethea is going to headbutt you, Darcy. Actually, no, I'm a wild animal. I'm going to use Strength and Brawl to hold on to Amy, since we're already grappling Chastity. Strength and Brawl. Let's see. Brawl, Strength. Yay, I don't need all my dice. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be splitting successes on this. I am grabbing you and throwing you into Darcy's face.
Oh,
Ouch.
okay.
So, that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. You may do a contested strength roll to try to struggle away from me if you'd like.
I would like to try. It's not going to be great, but... So just my strength?
Just your strength.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 2 and a 3, so I'm guessing no.
That is going to be a no from me, dog. Okay, so that is going to be... You know what? I only got 4 successes. So that is... It could be worse. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 9 dice of damage. Split 2 ways. Oh, I could have rolled way worse, guys. I rolled some 1s.
Oh.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. All right, 5 successes is going to be distributed between the 2 of you. That's going to be Chastity. I'm going to give you 2. Darcy, I'm going to give you 3. So the way this works now, both of you roll your stamina.
Oh, I get to do something. Okay, cool.
You get a soak. Yeah.
Oh, stamina. Okay.
So
If it's not egg, unless you have egg soak.
Yeah.
This target for soak is 6, right?
It is 6.
So I have a small problem in that I rolled a 1 and a 7.
Okay, so you're going to fail. You're going to take 2 points of bashing damage as your shoulder is wrenched out of socket. 2 points of bashing, put it in slashes. They heal really quick. Darcy, you're going to take 1 point of bashing damage as Chastity's shoulder collides with the side of your face. No more than getting bumped into by a horse. Like, it's going to be like, ow, what the hell?
Yeah.
Chastity's not very heavy.
It's really not. All right, so that is her action, because I'm not spending a willpower for that yet. She's going to grunt and try to stand, like, throwing. I'm gonna say that with that, she is gonna like let go of you, Chastity, like hurling you into Darcy, and is going to stand up and let out a, but much more high pitched and feminine, because I can't do it. But you guys get.
So is Darcy not grappling her then?
You are not. No.
Oh, okay.
So you originally rolled a strike, not grapple, so I allowed you to tackle, but they're 2 different rolls.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
So I allowed you to grapple because it kind of was cinematic.
Yeah, okay, cool. Awesome.
No, totally.
I just wanted to make
All
sure.
right.
I was like,
The chicken is going... of the 2 chickens, one of them is going to charge Evelyn. Evelyn, So every turn, folks, you can make one reflexive, like, attempt at a dodge roll. Okay? We've been allowing that so far. So Evelyn, would you like the chicken? 2 chickens and a goat are charging you.
Okay.
Which would you like to try to dodge? The chicken has the goat. Okay, so the chickens are going to charge you. The first one.
I feel like the goat could actually knock me over.
The goat has the body of a hog. It's got some like propellant behind it. It's hog powered.
Yeah, let's dodge that one.
Okay.
Chickens are doable. I can kick those.
Okay, so the chicken will hit you with 1 success. Which means that you are going to need to soak 1 point of bashing damage as it goes and it's like flies up and starts pecking at you.
Okay.
So roll me your stamina, difficulty 6.
Okay.
Roll me your stamina. Roll stamina plus 3 because of your effect.
Okay, so 3 more dice.
3 more dice than your stamina. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hogmented. That is awful. That is awful. Soul, you get a point.
What was the difficulty again?
Difficulty 6.
3 successes, one of which is a 10.
Cool. All right, that first chicken's not going to do much damage. Chicken number 2 is going to miss you. But then, can you make me a Dex and Athletics roll, please? And this is going to be to not get hit by the goat, because the goat does
difficulty?
help. Difficulty is 6.
2 successes.
Okay, it will still hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to rush you with, that's going to be 3 points of bashing damage that you'll have to soak.
Okay. So I just roll again?
You roll again? Yep, and the pool never degrades, so...
And still difficulty 6?
Always difficulty 6 unless you have something that lowers it, like a magic.
5 soak.
Okay, so you are going to try to dodge out of the way, but it's still going to like clock you in the hip and kind of knock. It's going to knock you around a bit, but it's more like a jostling on a subway car than it is an actual impact. You're just like, geez, there's a hog beast on my leg. You are now also covered in pig shit and chicken shit and other fluids that come out of these animals. And that
Skirt's ruined.
That skirt is dead. Even with your cleaning route, that might be magically gross. All right. From behind and outside of this place, you're going to hear the sound of a distant yell. It sounds like Dr. Freeman. Ghouls, I'm coming. So yeah, that's what he's doing. He was way away, but he definitely heard kujunk and then. All right, top of the initiative. Dr. Willie is going to quaff a potion because she can, and that is going to be it's a shitty charm though, isn't it? It's a shitty charm. It's gonna be half as effective against ag. It's definitely gonna be half as effective against ag. Okay. Okay. So Glug Glug and is going to stand up, whip the machinery that is strapped to her back around to the front, and slam a coiled rubber hose into the bottom of it that you'll see connects to the power grid. That was really rude. Let's see how you like it. And is going to aim her gun at you, Jen. Jen, you can try to dodge this with your reflexive.
I would like to.
Okay,
Please.
that's going to be Dex and Athletics.
Yeah, I have dots in that.
All I'm picturing is a proton pack. I'm sorry.
It's no. What it basically is it is like a giant tube of energy that she was wearing like a guitar around her back and kind of swings around to the front.
Oh my
so it's
God.
it's like a proton chain gun.
Chain gun? Okay, amazing.
Difficulty of
6.
4 successes.
4 successes. Oh, she's gonna hit you, but oh wait, oh. It's all coming down to this D10. Because I rolled a 1. I hit you. Just a little. Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure that the arete works.
You'll wing me.
Okay, the arete definitely works. So, Josephine, you are going to subtract 3 dice from all physical actions.
Okay. Does that include magic?
No, all physical actions. She fires a ray that starts to hum, and you feel your clothes constrict like they just come out of the dryer, and you see a slight glow around them as your arms and legs begin to contort toward yourself, kind of inward as your clothing starts to shrink.
Cool. Love that.
She starts pulling a crank like a fishing reel on the side of this thing.
Oh, sorry, was that a kinetic thing? I have a kinetic shield up.
It is not. It is a matter effect.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if the actual, like, hitting me with it would count.
No, that won't apply that, because the kinetic shield only is against damage, really. So this is more like a ray effect, right?
Fair.
So you are hit by her matter control ray.
Cool.
Because it's my favorite thing in
That
any
is
mage.
so cool. That
That's
is so
good.
cool.
Yeah.
If you're an Akashic, you can also use it to control other people's clothing, like Jackie Chan in several movies, which is also my favorite.
Nice.
Where you step
my
into someone's
God.
outfit. So
Nice.
all right. So Josephine, you are being sort of like constricted and a little bit controlled. You're going to see one of your hands just like smacks you across the face. Not for any damage yet, but your body, your clothing is trying to control you. Wow, this is a metaphor.
Right? Cool. So I have this idea for to do something with magic. I don't think I can do it either this round because now I'm not sure I can like access foci and stuff. But I also don't think I have the spheres for it. So I want to say it in case Robin can do it.
That sounds good.
Is it possible with using life, forces, and prime to essentially access the access Promethea's like pattern to remove the electrical impulses?
Ooh. I think that's a little high. So
Okay.
I think that yes, but
Yeah.
we're like yes if. I think that if she is a self-corporeal, like a self-existing being at this point, probably not.
Right.
If she is a corpse animated by electricity only, yeah, that's a much better chance, because I would say that at that point she is an object, not a creature.
Okay.
If that's a little more D&D terminology, but you get my point.
Yeah. So
Like-
it might actually be like matter, forces, and prime instead, or something like that.
Yeah, if she's an object, yeah, matter and life, if she's a fusion of it. But I mean, using those, you might not be able to take it all, but depending on your level of forces, and actually, honestly, with your level of forces in life, you could disrupt electrical impulses inside of her body, though. So you have forces 3, life 3?
I have forces 3. Darcy has forces 2 and life 3.
Yeah. If you combined your effects, you could do it. If you, Darcy could do it by herself, probably.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah, I'm fucked right now and need to figure something else out. But I told her I'd say it.
sounds
I'd
good.
describe it to try and
Yes.
see if she could do
I
it.
was honestly, I was thinking about that with the forces thing. I was thinking something along the lines of that, but you said it in a much more like.
So I'm just gonna say something
Good
out loud
turn.
as well for those of you, particularly Robin, who's not used to running games like Mage. Robin, just because everything in here is wired with electricity, you're a weather witch.
Yeah.
Just because it's using a power outlet doesn't mean you can't control it. You're
Yeah.
a witch. Okay.
I don't know.
Some people have a lot of difficulty with paradigm. So, all right. So, what are you actually going to do then, Joe?
Instead, okay, so I don't have matter.
But you're a weather wizard, so you could try to like definitely disrupt some of her effects.
I'm concerned with how little I can function, right? Like physically function. Yes,
Sure.
I know that it's just taking away from my dice rolls, like mechanically, but in my mind, I can't necessarily like get any foci or anything, right?
What I will do is I will give you your dice penalty as a casting difficulty bonus.
Okay, cool.
Because you have to like reach them and manipulate them, and it'll be a -3 on your casting.
Right, yeah.
Or a +3, I suppose.
Cool. Kinetic shield. It's against damage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I have a dumb idea, but actually,
I could tell you something really good right now.
Yeah.
That you could do, but I'll have to spend this something good happens.
Sure. Because she went right before me, it's like I had ideas and now it's like I can't do any of them.
Quick reminder that shields are both way, like they're doors. So if you have a light shield on you, you can't see. Which means that if you put a heat shield up, you also could not burn someone if you were on fire, right? So if you had fire inside the shield, it can't go out. It's basically like a surge protector. And you can cast shields on other people.
I mean, so the way you're saying that makes me want to do my stupid idea more than I think what you're aiming for me to do.
I say do your stupid idea. Do it. Team Arson, go.
So I guess I'd have to put up the heat shield first. What I want to do is put up the heat shield inside my clothes and then burn my clothes.
Okay, that was not what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting sudden flaming nudity.
She doesn't care, right?
I don't care that you don't care. I wasn't expecting it. So, what do you have? You have forces? You have...
I have forces. I can't use my core right now. I have prime and I have spirit.
I will allow you to do a conjunctional effect to burn all of your clothes off.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Without getting harmed.
Well, good thing I have a spare shirt that I can wear for next game.
Yep. It's going to make the rest of the game awkward, though. We're going to have just mosaic you like a sim.
This is
all
amazing.
Right. So, you're going to be at difficulty of... do you have anything flammable on you to use to make this more reasonable, or is this completely catastrophic? You're just gonna
this is catastrophic. The only thing flammable I have on me is the gun, and it has prime bullets in it that I don't want to shoot myself with.
Okay, give me difficulty 10.
Cool, I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Sounds good. Do you have anything that would lower this?
I have quintessence, and I would like to spend 2 points of quintessence.
Sounds good. Difficulty 8. And do you have any foci? What's your forces foci? Is it rope?
It's rope, yeah.
Yeah, probably not for this.
No. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna spend a third point of quintessence.
Okay.
I can spend most of it. This is the first time I've spent quintessence in the game, so.
Do it. Okay, and another something good happens.
That is 1 success. 2 successes with willpower.
2 successes. Perfect. All right. You struggle as your clothes bind you, and in a feat of magic, how do you do this? What spell is this?
This is...
Do you evoke the spirit of that fire demon that almost killed you guys at the...
I think...
the garden? Like...
Yeah, I think I do that. It's a riff off of my Betrayal Burning Arrows rope, where I essentially pray to a warrior god, except it's more like invoking that fire spirit.
Yeah, or Gabriel or someone. Like, there's so many angels you can be like, Gabriel, set me free! Magical girl transformation. Oh,
yeah,
someone
it's
clip
that.
the I'll let you do a conjunctional effect to get naked bit. By the way, someone clip that. Okay, so in a sudden conflagration of fire, you are going to just erupt in flame and step out, very much like the strange creature on the dais, as naked as the day you were born. And one moment, please. Can you make me a a perception and alertness roll?
Sure can.
You may do this at a difficulty of 5, because I'm pretty sure you're looking at the giant monster in front of you.
Actually, I think I'm more looking at Dr. Bitch.
Okay.
But I'll do whatever difficulty.
Yeah,
That's a bunch
5.
of 7s.
All right.
Hold on. 2. Okay, it's 2 successes. I got a 1 in now, so.
That sounds great. So looking over, you're about 10, 15 feet away from the monster. And as you ignite in flame, you're going to see her like shy away and bump into the table. Like, she doesn't lose her composure completely, but she is definitely freaked out.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Burn it. Burn it
Do you say that? Do you say that?
I think I step out of the flames and like, I will burn this fucking place to the ground. Also, that fire is still going, I'm pretty sure.
That's what I'm saying. If you say burner with fire.
Yeah.
And I am actually going to say that, Josephine, as the fire erupts around you, it's going to light some of the hay on the ground and create like a the ground is going to be on fire around you. You're fine. You have a flame shield for a round. Next round, there'll be a different story.
How much paradox are we taking?
Well, that is catastrophic. So that's going to be, it is 2 per, is it 2 per or 2 per level of the sphere? I'm going to use an environmental backlash right now. So, Josephine, you're going to be still at 0 paradox. However, the stables are now on fire. Everyone inside of the immediate area is going to suffer a -1 on all ranged attacks due to smoke. Or, pardon me, a +1 difficulty on all ranged attacks due to smoke, as well as every round it's going to get bigger. When we are at a number of rounds that exceeds your stamina, you will have to start making soak rolls for smoke inhalation. Also, if you, anytime on a turn that you fail or botch an action, you will take fire damage.
Okay.
Because you simply are distracted by it. That will get worse the further we go, but that's your paradox. It's already gone. Paradox doesn't exist. You're just a fucking phoenix.
I'm a phoenix. That's what it is.
Arson.
I will also say, I know we're not really using resonance, but I do have the resonance dynamic forceful.
Please add the resonance dynamic fiery.
Cool. Yep. That's fair.
You could put an asterisk that's temporary, probably. Maybe.
Is it?
All right. And we are down to Darcy. Darcy, what do? You have been thrown. The place begins to simmer with smoke.
So
Smolder.
Oh god. Do I see Promethea acting very scared towards the fire?
I will let everyone who is right there. So Evelyn's going to be a little out of the way. Plus, there's a bunch of shit that's fallen in her field of view. But both of you can make me a perception and either empathy or alertness.
I'll do empathy. Okay.
Those are the same for me.
So go ahead and give me the roll. Difficulty of 6.
Okay, I think it should be 7 for me because I've got a addition to the, or is it a -1 dice for my perception-based pool?
It's -1 dice for you.
Oh, no.
Oh, and I'm hurt, so that is a -1
That does not apply to you, Darcy.
Oh, but I have a health box ticked off. I'm on the next box.
So you take the wound penalty of the box that is ticked.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm hurt, which is -1. So I think I'm down 2 dice for this because of.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So you take no penalties for your bruised level.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So.
3 for me.
3.
And do 10s count for 2 or 1 right now?
10s count for 1 and explode
Unless
if you
it's-
have
okay. Right. Okay. So 1 success.
1 success. Okay. That's how we were doing it, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were only doing rerolls if you had a specialty.
Well, and also on
except on magic.
Yeah.
Magic
Yeah.
tends to always explode because that's more fun.
Yeah.
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 But no, otherwise it was just on.
Yeah. Specialties.
Just
Yeah.
always
like-
confirming.
I feel like maybe we should alter that rule to tens explode on on magic, but they also add to the paradox pool.
I'm
That could
sure.
be cool. That could be fun as well, because
Yeah,
then it's
that
like
could
the
be
tens
fun.
are good and bad
I
at
like
the same
that.
time.
Yeah.
A little more wild magic-y, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, so how many did you get total, Amy? One?
One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both you and Darcy are going to notice that she is going to shy away from the flame, and as it spreads further, is going to be quite nervous.
And you can't do 2 magic casts in a turn, right?
You can combine them as a conjunctional effect, depending if you can find a way to do it.
No, because I'm basically thinking of like, I was trying to maybe put a ward. What I was trying to do is like do a ward for us and then do something to Promethea. So I don't think I could do that as a conjunction.
Not if you were inventive, you could, but if you're not finding a way to connect them in your head, probably not.
I don't think I could find a way to connect them
Okay.
in my
So
head.
what would you like to do?
I think I'm going to. Josephine had a really smart idea, but I don't think Darcy's gonna see it. I think Darcy's gonna see a reaction to the fire and go, "Oh, you don't like fire? Okay, here, have some more fire." And I would like to use forces 2 to enhance the fire and like try and direct it to her.
Okay. Do you have forces 3?
I do not. I have forces 2.
Okay. So you cannot aim it with forces 2.
Oh, okay.
You can only enhance it. So an existing force, so you could try to channel, like to shrink or grow it, but you couldn't just aim it. It would be more wild.
Okay.
You could try, however, you could try to move her into the fire.
You could also, it would be still a bit wild, but if you say enhanced a breeze into a wind that pushed the fire, like if you breeze the fire away from us towards her.
Yeah. Could I try and do that?
You can
Breezy.
you can try. Is there an existing breeze here? I'm gonna spend the something good happens to have that happen. Okay.
Easy breezy, beautiful. Now on fire.
Now on fire girls.
All right, so
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's fire.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's fire. Maybe it's paradox.
Maybe it's paradox.
So
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say is this is going to be you're gonna have to make 2 rolls. One is going to be a way to try to aim it. However, it's gonna be a weird roll to aim it. What you were gonna do is you're kind of aiming it based on the breeze. So that is going to be wits and survival.
Okay. I have both of those.
Okay, wits. Give me a wits and survival roll to kind of like predict the current of the wind as you force the fire to move.
Okay.
So give that to me. It's going to be a hard. I must say a difficulty of 7.
Okay. Then that's not to do with magic casting, right?
It is not to do with magic.
Yeah. Okay. So I can't use my cyclic casting. I don't know my quintessence thing, so I will just roll. I'm pretty sure I'm out of quintessence, so I think
Nice.
I'm just gonna roll. Actually, I have the blood vial. Wasn't that quintessence or something?
It was, yeah.
Could I drink some of that?
Do you want to drink blood?
I would love to drink blood.
Where'd you get that blood?
From my.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, she gave it to me.
I'll let you do that as a free action. Go ahead.
Sweet.
All right, blood dribbles down your chin. We now have a vampire fighting a Frankenstein. There we go. All right, so you have a point of quintessence that will be imbued into you immediately. You may spend that.
Sweet.
Now, pardon 1 sec. What, are you trying to spend it to lower the difficulty on your wits roll?
Can I not do that?
No, quintessence is only for magical related
Okay.
rolls.
Then never mind. Sorry, I forgot.
Well, you can
that.
lower the magic difficulty though.
I'll probably will need to do that. So.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So 7. All right. Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Did you spend a willpower?
Would you allow me to spend it?
I spent a something
Cool.
good happens for this, so sure.
Okay. Because I rolled 2 10s and 2 1s.
Okay.
So I have 1 success.
1 success. All right. You may make me a forces roll. Well, you'll make me an arete roll.
Okay.
At a difficulty of your cyclic matches up, difficulty 3.
Okay.
You may not spend a second willpower on this.
Okay, that's fine. So that is I rolled 8. I rolled a 6, a 2, and a 10. So I'll reroll the 10. So that's 3 successes total.
3 successes total. The 10 rolled a 2.
The 10 rolled a 5.
So that's 4 successes. Right? You rolled a 10.
I rolled a 10 and a 6, and then a 2. So I had 2
sorry,
6.
I didn't,
Yeah,
I didn't
sorry.
read the 2.
No, sorry.
Okay.
So 3 successes.
Okay. Because of forces, that is going to be 7 points of fire damage.
Lovely.
So... Okay, there is going to be a sudden gout of flame that erupts and surges forward. The fire is going to pick up, suddenly licking, and is going to erupt over Promethea, kind of covering her. She is going to scream. I need to make a willpower roll, pardon me.
And if Darcy is near Chastity, could as like a movement, could I try and like drag Chast behind me?
I assume that you're going to kind of like help her duck down behind the dais, so that
exactly.
you're like, oh, as the fire kind of goes around where the altar more or less is, the table. So yeah, you can absolutely do that. She is going to scream in a lot of pain as she is covered in flame. And let's see, does any of this soak? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. She is on fire.
Great.
And that is going to be it's going to be okay. Perfect. All right. Chastity, it is your turn, and then Evelyn's up.
Do I add any points of paradox to my sheet?
I have you at 6 right now.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, this all just happened really quickly. Things are now all very much on fire.
Everything is on fire. No two things
Darcy
are not on
has
fire.
helped pull Chastity down behind something. Is there something that looks like, I don't know, that I can leverage to kind of like push and on top of the Frankenstein
Yeah,
monster,
absolutely. Like I said, there are 2
Promethea?
giant Tesla coils on either side of this. You could try to leverage that over.
Yeah, if I can manage that. I'm not very strong, but if I can use something with like leverage to like push
I'm going to say they're not bolted to the ground.
Perfect. If I have to like break part of a leg to make it fall a certain way, I will do that.
Sounds good. You can rush up to it. What do you have in terms of... you could try magic. You just try like a strength and stamina roll to just like heave it over.
I think that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm not great at it, but Chas is like, what the hell? So yeah. You said it was strength and stamina?
Strength and stamina. Difficulty of... I'm going to say it's going to be a difficulty of 8 because of its size, but successes will mean once you get it moving, it's in motion.
Okay, and I'm down 1 in my pool because I have boxes ticked. Okay.
You can still spend willpower if you have any.
I have a singular one. I will spend it.
Okay.
And you said so 7?
It's going to be 8.
8, okay. No, crap. Well, 1.
1?
Yeah, spent that willpower. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're going to put your back into it and start shoving. You're going to start pushing it. It's not quite enough. You're going to need a little more help to get this thing moving.
Mm-hmm.
But you start...
She's going to be like, push it, and she's like, help me with this.
Okay. Shouting that, we're going to head back to the beginning, to the front of the room. Evelyn, it is your turn again. The 2 chickens and the goat are surrounding you going, help me. One of the chickens has human vocal cords, I've decided.
It's horrifying.
Yes. There is the portcullis behind you, blocking your escape. What do you do?
At this point, I'm going to ignore the chickens and the goat. Okay. Didn't one of them get vaporized? The goat?
A goat and a chicken got vaporized. There were 5 animals, now there are 3.
Okay.
And it wasn't vaporized so much as burned to a choking crisp that gives you a +1 difficulty on actions.
Okay. I am going to turn to the portcullis and try to fix it so it's open.
Okay.
You know what? I don't really care if these things get out. I just want out from where we're trapped in a building with fire.
Well, you are
A
new to
wood
using
building.
matter, so just a quick reminder that with matter 3, you can control matter.
Okay.
So if it is on a mechanical track,
Yes.
all right.
I would like to do whatever I have to open it.
Sounds good. Well, what I'd like from you is we're going to make an arete roll. This is going to be at difficulty of 6.
Okay.
Actually, difficulty of 5. Mechanical aptitude will apply for this.
Okay. Can concentration apply at all? Does that need
It will.
Does that need
It is negating penalties.
Okay.
However, you are going to be +1. Oh, wait, you have concentration, so that will negate the -1 that I was just about to give you for the choking smell.
Excellent, because I can just tune it out.
So you vomit a little, but still keep going. You're like, "Meow."
Okay. 3 successes.
3 successes. Looking around, you can see that the broken beam above you is still has that thrashing electrical cable, which is about to go off. Hopefully it doesn't hit you. We'll find out. However, there are a number of hooks, pulleys, and other things that she used remotely to trigger this. However, the mechanics are still there, and that hook, if placed on that, should provide a counterweight. Swinging around, you're going to be able to grab on one of the ropes and kind of like lasso hook and pull.
Okay.
And as you do, you'll hear chug 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 as the portcullis begins to raise at a pretty steady pace, swinging upward. Actually, with 3 successes, very very quickly.
All right. So if this is a hook on a rope of some sort, to make sure it stays up, I want to wrap it around a support column and hook itself over itself once it's up.
Sounds great. Okay, so I am now going to roll for the electrical damage to see if this strikes you. So high or low is good for you.
Low.
It is very bad for you. You can make me a dexterity and athletics roll to dodge out of the way of this. I'm going to say that this is going to be at a difficulty of 8. Because a thrashing electrical wire is very difficult to dodge.
2 10s, bitches.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say that it has 4 dice to try to hit you. Not that it's attempting.
Crap.
And that is going to be a success. It is going to make contact with the side of your thigh as it lashes forward. Please roll me your full soak.
Okay, so that was...
So
3.
that is your stamina plus 3.
Okay. Okay, so what's the difficulty, I guess, on that?
Difficulty against this is going to be 6 because of your effect.
Okay. That's 5.
5, okay. I'm just checking real quick. All right, so it is going to make contact with you. How many successes did you get?
5.
5, okay. That is...
I'm assuming 10s don't explode on that. That's okay.
I mean, technically it's a magical effect. No, they don't. They don't.
Okay.
Not unless you have a specialty still, I think.
So I am going to say that you got 5. I'm going to say it vaporized a pig. So that means that it does at least that much damage. So you're going to take a single point of aggravated damage.
Okay.
And the wire is attached to you. Because it is DC current. Meaning you'll have to like remove this from you as your action. With a strength roll. But a single point of aggravated damage versus the 6 that
I'm
it does
assuming
per
it's
turn.
like rubber coated
It's...
around the outside of the majority of the wire.
No, I said it was just copper wire. I said it was like exposed.
I don't understand how that works. How did she not short out the whole thing?
Maybe it is rubber coated. I'm not a scientist, I'm a writer.
Because I want to know if I can grab it and hold it as a weapon.
Yes, you can. If you succeed a strength roll to pull it off of yourself, you can.
Okay. Oh God,
all right.
strength roll.
A strength roll.
Uh-oh.
All right. So that is your turn. Back behind you, Promethea is going to take her turn and is going to. Ooh, she's gonna make a willpower roll to actually act. She has one success. Is going to. Jen is Fire Lady. She is going to turn Darcy, where you are hiding behind the table that she was resurrected on. She is going to reach down, grab the table, rip it out of the floor, and hurl it at Josephine. Josephine, please do me the honor of making me a dexterity and athletics roll versus my strength and athletics roll to hit you with this.
Sure thing. Yeah, that's fine.
I have no points of athletics.
Ah,
Technically, this is dex, but I think it's probably strength. Because this is just us. This is just a feat of might. I rolled a, what'd you get?
botched.
Oh shit, really?
Yep.
Okay. I'm so proud of you. I really am. Like, I'm not saying that sarcastically. I love
I'm
how
probably
you
super
embrace
focused on Dr. Bitch that I just don't really see it.
it. Okay, so how many did you botch -1?
Yeah.
Okay. I could have rolled way worse for this. Like, way worse in my favor. But I didn't. All right, make me a stamina roll, please. Do it at difficulty 7 because of the botch, because this is going to catch you off guard.
Yeah. 2 successes.
Okay, so you
I'm a
are
tough
going.
bitch.
You are a tough bitch. You're going to take 2 points of bashing damage only, as this huge metal table. Ooh, it's a huge metal table. It's gonna be 2 levels of lethal damage. Wait, no, it's bashing. It's still gonna be impact. Otherwise, you couldn't have soaked it at all. So, oh wait, did you add your forces?
Oh no, I didn't. That's I have a 4.
So
success.
wait, it would have been lethal damage, but 4 successes. Now,
There
did we
go.
have that as a 4 levels of armor, or did we have it as 4 dice?
We had it as 4 levels of armor.
Okay. So I'm going to say that because of the botch, you are not harmed by this as you get hit by like a 200-pound table that slams you, but it's going to knock you prone. Like, it's still going to knock you down.
Fire makes me powerful. Boom.
And you survive. You're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's fine.
Okay. And the chickens are going to attack the doctor. All right, Evelyn, you cannot dodge because you're being electrocuted. So the chickens are going to attack you. You may soak.
Do the chickens get electrocuted through Evelyn?
It's coming, but they get to
Okay.
bite her first.
Oh my god, this
So-
is so good. This
They're
is so
dumb, so,
funny.
yeah.
So do me a favor. The chickens are going to bite you. I have 3 successes of bashing damage to bite you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so roll me soak. That's for the first chicken. The second chicken is going to have,
Well, I rolled 4 on the first.
okay, sounds good. Okay, so roll again for the second.
5.
Okay, you're fine. And roll for the third because the goat's coming your way. The goat misses. The goat misses you. It charges you, and you're just kind of like, "Ah," like shaking
Okay, well,
with
I
electricity.
rolled 4. Regardless.
So what happens is the chickens are going to charge you. Both of them are going to. One of them is going to lash out with its viper, additional like snake tail, and it's going to lash onto the side of your umbrella, right onto the metal, and the other one is going to peck into the side of your thigh. It's going to hurt like hell. Well, no, you're not going to notice it. You're being electrocuted. But it is going to bite down, and both of them are immediately going to take 6 levels of aggravated damage and explode. Because, yes, this was my plan all along. The DC current is great.
Yeah, so regardless of having like soaked most of it, my hair is probably a frizzy mess at this point.
Your hair is starting to look very much like a beehive.
Oh, no. Can it be Miss Frizzle?
No, I'm thinking Bride of Frankenstein.
I'm thinking it's like clipped and pinned into place, but it just poofed.
It's just volumizing.
So
I'll
like
allow it.
frizzy
I'll
as
allow
hell,
it.
like all the curls are standing on end.
I'll allow it. All right. And so that is going to, you are going to be electrified. It is this point, though, that Goat is going to charge you and is going to miss. And as it charges past you, a very large friend of yours is going to leap over it. Dr. Taylor, hold still. I got this. And is going to try to wrestle the liar away from you. As Dr. Freeman charges in, Dr. Freeman has, let's do a strength and not get electrocuted roll. Hey! Dr. Freeman is going to clasp onto the rubberized portion of the wire. I'll say that it is exposed bits. He grabs it and pulls it away from you. You can see his muscles straining through his jacket. Part of the shoulder rips as he kind of just puts in a little too much effort. And, all right, Dr. Freeman has removed the electrical cable from you. You are no longer being electrocuted. And top of the initiative with Dr. Willie. Dr. Willie is going to look at this scene and go, my creature, my beautiful creature, I'll protect you. And is going to do a conjunctional effect. Let's see if this works. So first of all, if everything's smoking. So she is going to aim at Darcy's right there. Darcy, you may try to leap out of the way of this if you would like.
I would like to, yes.
Okay, Dex and Athletics difficulty of 7 to dodge as she aims her beam at you. That is going to be...
I always want to smash bit, but I really should put my points into Dex. It's all I roll in combat.
Well, I mean, Dex is about not getting hit. Okay.
Oh boy, that's a fail.
Okay, that means you're going to take a point of
What was my difficulty?
Difficulty 7.
Okay, so I didn't botch, but I failed.
Okay, so you are going to be touched by the fire. Do you have the ability to soak lethal damage?
No.
You do not? Okay, you're going to take a point of lethal damage as the fire crawls up your skirt. And she is going to hit you with a ray. It is going to tingle all over your skin as she hits you, and she is going to use this beam that comes from it and draw a line through the air of this convulsing, sickly green energy between you and her creature. And let me see if the Arete roll works. This is going to be difficulty of 8 at least. All right, it's not going to be difficulty. It's going to be difficulty. But, okay, so here is the deal. I need you to make me a stamina roll, please.
Okay. A 6?
6? A single 6?
No, but that was a difficulty.
Difficulty 6, yes.
Yeah, okay, so 1 success.
1 success, okay. And... okay, so 1 success is 1 success on the soak for this. There is a sudden strange feeling in your gut, and your heart is going to beat against your chest and skip for a moment as you feel weakness seep into your muscles. Take a point of bashing damage as the creature heals. Not completely, just a touch. You'll see that some of the flames begin to like vanish as her skin knits over a little bit. So, you know, that's 1 health box back as this ray connects the two of you. And yes, I have a vampiric ray.
Is it still there? Like, is it a one-time use, or is it like a constant connection between Darcy and her?
It is still connecting you, but it will require additional Arete rolls to use.
Okay.
She has established her foci.
Okay, so yeah, so it is like, it's something that she doesn't have to aim on me again.
She doesn't have to aim on you.
Yeah.
Nope.
Damn it.
All right,
okay.
That is the end of her turn. Josephine, it is your turn.
Cool.
She is not paying attention to you, by the way.
Yay. So first, do I take paradox from effectively walking off this this table that got chucked at me?
Yeah, I'll give you a point of paradox for that, for unbelief.
It's odd, but yeah. I would like to. I'm under the table, yes, basically.
You're kind of like half under it, like you like, okay.
Okay.
You can rocky your way back to your feet if you want.
Can I see Dr.
Yes.
Bitch from here?
Yes, you can.
Can I shoot her?
Yes, you can.
I would like to do that.
Okay, so from where you are and from how prominently she is standing and leaning over her own catwalk, it's going to be difficulty 7, but for the that's going to be difficulty 7 because of the smoke, which is going to get worse after your turn.
Cool.
To a +2 difficulty. So now's your window.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and shoot her.
Is this prime bolt or is this going to be just a regular bullet?
I loaded all of the prime bullets I have, so
Okay.
they're all prime bullets at this point.
Okay. What is your rate of fire on that gun?
Scroll down to it.
I feel like it's 2.
2. It's 2.
So you can do a split action and take 2 shots.
I can't remember how that works. If I spend willpower, it only works on one of them, right?
Yes, it only works on one of them. So basically what you do is you build your pool and
Yep.
then you split it into a number of pools equal to hold on, I'm just checking it. Splitting dice pools. So it's both of them, I believe, would be at a -1 because you subtract the number of dice equal to the additional actions taken. So what's your total pool? Just normally, dex and firearms.
4.
So you would be rolling two dice, 1 die and 1 die.
Yeah.
But if you hit, both of them get your full damage.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that because I'm already like wounded, so
Okay.
I already have limitations on what
Now,
I can do.
is it better to spend the willpower to suppress wound penalties or to get the auto success?
I'm thinking of spending it to suppress wound penalties.
Okay, that will help you with your any dodge rolls too. So that's probably
Exactly, right. So, okay. So I'm just gonna do the. Actually, if I spend the willpower to do that, no, I'd still be rolling like 1 die each. So yeah, I'm gonna just roll once.
Well, I mean, you'd get the automatic damage from your gun, which is like 5 or 6, right?
Yeah.
So, is it more important for you to make sure that you shoot her or to have a little bit of defense? Yeah,
I think it's more important that I shoot her.
Okay, so roll with your wound penalties on the shot.
Okay.
I believe in you. I believe in the heart of the cards.
What's my difficulty?
7.
That is a single 10.
So 2 successes. What is your damage on that gun? 5? Or 6?
6, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
roll me 7 dice of lethal damage.
Am I still doing it with Prime?
You're
No.
not.
Okay.
However, you could make this a conjunctional effect with forces to increase the kinetic damage.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do the initial
Yeah.
shot and see if you get any other successes.
Cool. This is rolling damage, right?
Yeah, so you're rolling your
Or-
base damage.
Yeah. Are we re-rolling 10s on damage or no?
Not unless you have a specialty.
Okay. 4 successes.
Okay, 4 successes. So you can try to do a forces roll on this. It'll be pretty high difficulty, just because we tacked it on at the end. So give me an arete roll at difficulty of 8. Because you've got a lot of distractions.
That is 3 successes.
Fuck. Well, I did say she had a leather apron, so I have some
Yeah.
armor. I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
my dot of armor.
Yep.
I got an 8, so that's good. So
Nice.
you got 4 successes on your arete?
3.
3. So that's only 7 points of lethal damage. Plus 4, that's only 11 points of lethal damage. And your character sheets have how many health boxes on them?
Not many.
Not many. So 1, 2, boop. Okay. The gunshot is going to hit her high in the chest, and she is going to scream and topple over the catwalk, landing on the ground below, her leg bent behind her in an awful angle. She may still be breathing right now, but she is definitely incapacitated.
Yes.
Like a Wild West shootout, she just goes Wilhelm screams over the edge. And we are on Darcy's turn.
Okay. I think I have something I want to do that is a conjunction thing.
Okay.
So, I would like to try and use the force of Darcy's punch to disrupt her life and like electrical pattern. Basically, I want to try and do the thing that Jen explained a while ago about trying to disrupt her and like deanimate her basically by interrupting.
Okay.
If possible, and like basically like when you have a heart attack or something, like the joke is like trying to like beat on the heart to get it to do that.
What I'm about to ask you the question that mage players always fear: how does that work in your paradigm?
Okay. Can you remind me what a paradigm is again? Because it's been
how does your
minute.
witchcraft do this? Because this is all about your witchcraft. That's how
Yeah.
you do your magic.
Yeah.
So if you were like a kung fu master, totally.
Fair.
But with
Fair.
this,
Okay.
like,
okay. Yes.
do you yell a prayer and try to pull it out of her? Do you?
Can she try and kiss her to shock her?
Like shock her emotionally or physically?
I mean, like using that like shock of like action to like.
Do you want to basically like suck the life energy out of her like a succubus?
Yes.
Okay, so what you're gonna have to do is you'll have to make contact with her. So I need you to make me a dexterity and brawl roll.
Okay.
Okay. She will have a defensive roll against this because you're trying to get in her face. She thinks you're probably trying to eat her.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend a willpower for that.
Okay, that sounds good. I have rolled my dexterity and brawl.
And brawl. Oh, what is my difficulty?
Your difficulty is going to be 6.
Okay.
You're just establishing contact.
I have no specialties. But that is going to be 4 successes.
You have 3 successes on me with my 1.
Nice.
You are going to lock lips with the cold, tingly flesh of this naked monstrosity. You may make your arete roll.
Great.
So, now let's do this. Your cyclic magic, is it a -3 or -2 right now?
-2 right now.
Okay, so what you're going to be looking at is you are doing life 3, forces 2. It's kind of iffy on that, but life 3, forces 2. So you are at, you're sucking the life out of her. This is uncanny. 3, 2, your difficulty of 6 right now.
Okay. If I drank the blood but didn't end up actually using that quintessence, could I use that quintessence?
Yes, you may now drop that difficulty 5.
Okay. Cool.
You've already spent a willpower, so you cannot spend it on this roll. Okay.
All right. Let's do this.
Okay, you are going to gain a point of paradox no matter what.
Yeah. That is 2 successes.
Okay. 2 successes is going to translate into, it is forces, so that's going to be 5 levels of damage. One moment to see if I can soak any of this, because I still technically would. I'll say that because this is an internalized effect, it's going to be at a difficulty of 8. Okay. Damn. I have 7 dice for soak, and I got 1 success. So that is how much you did? 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of energy drain as you feel electricity crackle into your lungs. And she is going to stumble back, giving you this terrified, angry, confused look. And it's Chastity's turn. Chastity, do you want to try to do the push?
Well, yes, but also this thing is showing that it's afraid, so maybe there's a mind pattern there. I don't know if I can just psychic blast it.
I mean, you could try. Do you want to keep pushing or do you want to psychic blast?
I'm gonna keep pushing.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so
just also a very frustrated, like, I said help me with this, and then just like
strength and athletics. Let's do it. Pardon me. Strength and stamina.
Yep. With wait, is there a penalty from the smoke around as well?
That's only for sight-based things. Range-based.
Okay, cool. So I'm just at my hurt box for the -1. Okay. Do not have any willpower. All right, let's just go for this. Let's give it a shot.
Sounds good.
What was my difficulty?
Difficulty is, it's already emotion. I'll say 7. Is that 2?
Yeah.
What'd you roll? I'm curious.
A 9, a 9, and a 3.
Okay, so it didn't matter what the difficulty was. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, you needed 3 successes to move this thing. And she spent her dodge trying to move out of the way of Darcy, which means that this is going to fall. Amy, I can roll damage for this, or you can roll damage for this?
I'll roll damage for this. So what exactly do I do for that?
You're going to roll me 6 dice at difficulty of 6.
6 at 6. Okay.
6 at 6.
Well, it's not brilliant, but just the toad. Okay. 2. Well, the unfortunate part is the 2 1s that I rolled.
Okay.
So.
Please ignore them for this.
Ignore them? Okay. Yeah. So in that case,
it's
3.
It's an inanimate object, I would say. So 3. Okay.
Yep.
All right. It is going to slam into the back of this creature. It is not going to. Okay. It is not going to. It doesn't look like it damages it terribly, but it is going to slam into her from behind, knocking her prone beneath it. This thing weighs a lot just to pick it up. And she hits the ground beneath it as the flames continue to spread. She may be trapped. And it is Evelyn. Evelyn, you have been freed from the electricity.
Excellent.
Okay. Darcy, this fell in front of you, so you didn't need to worry about a dodge just there. So Evelyn, back at you. Dr. Freeman is holding the wire. Carriage is waiting outside.
How tied up are the others still?
You are going to see a Tesla coil collapse on top of this creature, and you also see the Dr. Willie Burke take a nosedive off of the catwalk. She may be alive, she may be dead.
Okay.
If she is not removed, she will absolutely die in the fire. So will this creature, probably.
Okay. But my friends.
Your friends? One of them is stark naked.
Okay.
And running around in flame. Another is just dodged out of the way, and it looks like Chastity pushed a Tesla coil onto this creature. They are all as fine as they can be, considering.
Is there a horse blanket nearby by any chance?
There is.
I'm gonna grab
not
it
on fire one.
and fling it on Josephine and try and start patting her out and covering her.
Sounds good. So that will be your turn. You'll have to run up, grab the horse blanket, and cloak Josephine.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and be like, let's get out of here.
Okay. Amy, I need you to do me a favor. Please roll me 6 dice.
Okay. What am I,
You're looking at difficulty 6.
And still ignoring 1s?
You're ignoring 1s, I'm gonna say.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be 4 successes, and 2 of them are 10s, if that matters.
Okay. the creature from beneath the giant Tesla coil, the Promethea is going to try to push up off the ground and get it off of her, but she's face down and is screaming the most unholy, terrified scream that is at the same point somewhat childish. Like a child screaming in the night, like one of some of the children that all of you have seen that were, well, given the era, born damaged by drink. This creature is struggling and in pain beneath there, but is unable to because she has a lot of wound penalties right now. She is not able to escape this turn, which means that the fire is going to encroach further, which means she gets to try to soak that at least. And we are at the second round. Sense that, so the fire is going to be... Okay, she is going to barely soak it. But she is screaming and mewling pathetically. The goat is going to try to roundabout on Dr. Freeman. Dr. Freeman's going to try to dodge out of the way. Dr. Freeman is probably going to dodge the goat. I'm gonna put that out there. Ooh, but then again, the goat botched. The goat botched.
So if the goat botched and Freeman's holding the electrical wire, does the goat run into the electrical wire?
The goat runs into the electrical wire, and you're going to hear behind you the sound of, "Oh my god, that is the worst smell imaginable. Oh lordy!" Because that's great. All right, and that is the goat's turn. Are you all okay over there? Oh god. Top of the initiative, Dr. Willie is going to bleed. She gets a success. Josephine, it's your turn.
Cool. Evelyn covered me in a blanket.
All right.
And basically was like, let's get out of here. I'm gonna take just like a half second to see if the doctor is like moving, which she's
Make me a
probably
perception
not.
and alertness roll if you're not
Okay.
heading over to her.
Cool. And difficulty is...
Difficulty, it's going to be 8 because of the amount of smoke now.
That's one success.
All right, you can see her chest is rising and falling raggedly.
Okay. I'm... Knowing fire, I'm going to make the assumption that if she's not actively trying to get out now, she's either going to burn or die from smoke, like deal with smoke inhalation. So I'm not going to go over and execute her.
Okay.
And so I'll probably just grip the blanket and start like moving with Evelyn towards some sort of
Towards the
exit.
door you came in through. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, making your way back that way. You are going to be able to... Oh, the smell of these chickens and things is going to get you. They really are. But you're going to make it almost all the way back to the stable door if Evelyn moves with you. Both of you will make it that way. Darcy, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I think Darcy, growing up on the farm, is going to hear of a creature in pain, and she's going to put it out of its misery if she can.
Okay. She looks up at you with wild, sad eyes. Well, you may finish it if you'd like.
Yes.
How do you do it?
I think she's just gonna do a quick hands around the head and twist.
All right, there is a horrible wrenching noise, and the head turns around backwards. I'm not going to give her a soak roll for that.
As she's doing this, she's going to be like, "May you find peace."
All right. Can you do me a favor? For the rest of the night, I'm going to give you a resonance. You're going to have Entropic Merciful.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't know the system, that is a very layered resonance.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm gonna Google that.
Entropic. So that means that entropic, there are 3 types of resonance: dynamic, static, and entropic.
Okay.
Entropic is about degrading, corroding, dissolving.
So you said entropic merciful?
Merciful, yeah.
Okay.
In the resonance system, usually when you kill with magic, you get an entropic resonance called Jor specifically. But
Death taint.
yeah, so entropic merciful.
Yeah.
Tasty. All right. Chastity, it is your turn. What would you like to do? You are standing on the dais. You can hear the wheezing of a dying woman behind you. You hear the sickening crunch of Darcy snapping the Promethea's neck.
I think Chastity wants to get out of here because this is awful. And she does not like fire, and there is too much fire. So
Sounds good. Can you make me
she's
Can you make me a perception and alertness roll given where you are? You can do this at a difficulty of 6 because you're very close, actually.
Okay. So because of is this a vision thing as well, like for the smoke?
Yeah, so a difficulty of 6 minus your
know I'm at
perception penalty from the TAS.
Okay. Cool.
Which actually
do my health boxes impact that?
they will. They'll subtract dice.
Okay. Cool. Botch.
Okay. So trying to like step around and kind of like get a sense of where you should be going. You are going to take a step kind of like to move your way toward the door in this smoke, and are going to trip over your own feet and land face first on top of the doctor, dying. Blood is going to spew out of the gunshot wound in her chest all over your face and mouth. And
all right.
you are
blood.
you're looking directly down at her wild eyes, and you swear that she says something. I didn't mean. What do? You gonna try just to scramble away?
I want to put my hands around her neck and go, didn't mean what?
As you do, I need you to do me a favor. Actually, what is your perception plus awareness pool?
The pool is 4 for me, but -1 right now because of or -2 because of penalties.
As you wrap your hands around her throat and begin to squeeze, you are going to feel a jolt through your fingertips. A shiver runs up you. Something that you've contacted on the side of her throat sends a jolt like a joy buzzer through your hand. Do you look?
Yes, absolutely.
The last thing on your turn that you will see is just beneath the hem just beneath the collar of her doctor's smock.
Mm-hmm.
Is a still scabbed and fresh brand of a snake devouring itself. Like the one that you saw on the man in the courtyard.
Right.
Or heard of. It is tingling, and then the magic effect will dissipate. Also, you will no longer have your task penalties. I think you had enough adrenaline now to bypass, to process the magic mushroom.
Okay, cool. Although
your dreams are going to be wild tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Also, hello, Raid. Good to see you. Good to see you, Devil's Luck. All right. So that is going to be your turn. Evelyn, do you run off with Josephine toward the base of the burning burning stables?
I try and get her out. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the others. And I guess, is it really burning?
It's like the stables is going to burn down. Yes, you give it like
quickly.
I think you probably have like 5 minutes before this is a death trap.
Is there a clear desk where she worked? Because we came here looking for that key. But Evelyn's going to cut her losses if she can't quickly see a place where it might be. That would be relatively safe looking for.
You see nothing like that except her. She may have it on her.
Cash has got her hands on her.
Chastity is choking the life out of this woman, straddling her and grinding her thumbs into the woman's throat.
Okay. Evelyn's going to just yell, Chastity, see if she has a key.
Okay. And so I think immediately we are going to, all of the creatures are dead or incapacitated. So I think at this point we can step out of initiative combat and go back into the drama of it. So Evelyn, you are seeing Chastity strangling this woman and pausing, kind of turning her head to the side like a dog hearing a distant whistle. Josephine has started running to the front of the bar being like, I need to get out of here. Come on, let's go. Dr. Freeman is like wrestling a live wire and trying to hang it on the wall so that it doesn't kill everybody. And Darcy is standing up from where she strangled this giant creature to death. Right. What do y'all do?
So once I've yelled at Chastity about the key, since she's right there, kind of leave off choking her and just find the key.
I think it probably like takes like a second, the second thing you say for her to like snap out of this. And then we'll start rooting through pocket, like to see if there's pockets or like checking to see if there's a chain around the neck, just to see anything.
And
roll
then,
Mm-hmm.
No, go for it.
Roll me wits and investigation.
Wits and investigation.
And then the other thing I was wanting to do after yelling that was help Dr. Freeman by using my specialty of bonding two objects together to try and pin the cable to a wall.
That sounds great. So just make me an arete roll.
Okay. So basically since I have a little bit more kind of like flexibility to think nothing's attacking me actively, I have to pull out like a couple bottles, mix stuff together,
You're a
spray the
difficulty
things.
4 because it's your specialty.
And what was my difficulty to investigate? Because I think I botched majorly because that was a 1, a 1, and a 2.
10s explode, correct?
Yeah, if you have a specialty, yes. Which I don't think you actually do in your. Oh, pardon me.
Or
yes, on
magic.
magic.
On magic.
Yes, they absolutely do. We're using.
Okay, I was
using
gonna say, I
high
thought we said magic did.
Yes.
He's
we
trying to adjudicate two rolls. It gets
Yeah,
confusing.
Yes.
Yeah. So, go.
I keep rolling 10s.
I'll be with you in a moment when you finally have your score. Chastity. You got a 1, 1, and a 2.
Yep.
You thrust your hand into her vest and like the front of her, like looking for this key, and she's going to let out a as you reach in and you feel the last beats of her heart around your fingers from the gunshot wound that is the size of your fist in the side of her chest. You have thrust your fingers into the wet, pulsing meat of her chest and gripped her heart. Blood is going to explode over you again.
Does she reflexively grab it?
Yeah.
Like to like, pull it?
It pops like a water balloon. And you are covered in blood. You do not find the key. So Evelyn and then Darcy. Evelyn, how many? Is that 6 successes?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I rolled 1 10 on my first roll, then I rolled another 10 on the reroll, and another 10 on the reroll, and then a 7.
I can use some help over here. It's you. We have really got to patent that.
It's quite useful, yes.
All right, and Darcy, what would you like to do? You had your hand up?
Yes, Darcy would like to try and squelch some of these flames.
Okay.
You know, maybe not totally burn this one down like with a raging fire, but so try and use as much forces as she can to just calm down the flames.
You could do that. You could do that.
I could.
Do you think that she would immediately go to using magic just to try to kill the fire? Is that her instinct? Probably.
Probably because
She's arrogant. Okay, so give me what we're gonna do is we're gonna do forces 2 to try to quell the flames a bit. It's spread over a large area, so what I'm gonna need is 5 successes to completely quell the flame.
Okay.
But any percentage of that will be a percentage off. So you are going to be working with a difficulty of. Actually, it's also going to be. Okay, we're going to do with all of your penalties and bonuses a difficulty of 5.
Okay.
So that's minus for your cyclic magic,
Yeah.
plus for the size of the feat you're trying to do, basically the complexity of it.
Yeah.
And how do you do this?
So I think what Darcy's gonna do is, now that there's like a brief moment of time, what she's going to do is she does a lot of her forces magic with she does it with circles a lot. So she's going to just quickly because it's a barn, so I imagine there's like is there dirt in the ground?
There is absolutely it is a dirt floor.
So she's basically gonna draw a circle quickly with some quick runes that she's remembered for like calming things down, and she's going to basically like draw and speak some words of just like basically being like, and it through this circle we're spreading out this center of calm, and flows from the circle.
Okay.
We quelch the flames.
Make me the roll. I'm giving you a point of straights for this.
Yep.
You're at 8.
Oh lordy, I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Okay.
I've got one left after this. What was my difficulty?
Difficulty is
5.
5.
Well, that would be the willpower would be the one success.
Okay. 1 success. The flames are going to abate enough to buy you an extra minute in here.
I don't think we have much longer. I don't think I am quite. I think we don't have much longer. We better get out of here. Fast, this fire's not going to stay down very long.
Okay, Josephine, are you doing anything at the front of the area, or kind of toward the front?
I think I'm going to effectively be doing what Darcy's doing. I want to keep this way out open for anyone who needs to come this way.
Sounds good. With Forces 3, you can channel the flames.
Yeah.
Like telekinetically, basically.
Yeah, I want to make sure that there is a very obvious like path out.
Sounds good. Go ahead and give me that, and that's going to be a difficulty of 6 for you.
I double botched.
Okay. One moment.
I rolled 2 1s and a 4.
Oh no. Magic. All right. So, oh god. So on a botch, that means that whew.
And I'm gonna say it's probably, well, you can say whatever, but I was thinking it was probably in the catastrophic realm because, if I'm trying to make a path.
Yeah, that's fair. Just kind of calling it out.
Yeah. I'm shouting in Latin to like tame the fire. And it does not go well.
Yeah. So, sorry, I'm just looking up one of the rules right here.
Yeah.
So luckily you only had a single point of paradox on you. So that means that you are going to get quite a bit of additional paradox for that. With botches, that is not going to be the worst in the world. Just checking the paradox chart because I'm used to using revised as always.
Mm-hmm.
Paradox. Vulgar with witnesses botch. Coincidental botch. Vulgar without witnesses botch. Plus 1 point per dot in the highest sphere. So that means that you're going to take... that's going to be 4 points of paradox, bringing you up to 5.
Okay.
Okay. It is going to... Actually, it was a double botch. So I'm gonna add 1 to that for fun.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 points. And... You know what? I'm just going to have it go off right now for you, Joe.
Okay.
Joe, as you are looking at this, you feel the magic take hold of you.
Mm-hmm.
And as you unleash it on the fire, the flames lighten in color. And you realize something. Flame cannot burn a true mage. A will worker, a hermetic. You are above simple, petty fire. Until you resolve it, you now have quiet, denial. You disbelieve you can be burned by fire. Even presented with absolute fact that you are on fire, you will not register the pain until it kills you.
Excellent. Love that. For those who are unaware, would you like to explain what quiet is?
Okay, so quiet. Magic has warped her perception of reality. Josephine now believes that she is immune to fire, that fire is her servant, perhaps her only friend, really. Like, you know, the devil.
I'm trying to make my mom proud. She's the house funbo.
Exactly. You are descended from fire. Fire cannot burn a dragon.
And I already have the overconfident flaw, so this fits.
This totally fits. That's why I rounded up, because you're only supposed to do this on 7 points of paradox. I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. One more. So yes, quiet lasts quite a while, and you might resolve it during your seeking, which we might have happen very soon. But as far as you believe, the fire kind of licks out of the way as you approach, and you think you've done it. You think that the fire is at your command now.
Cool.
All right.
Just out of curiosity, do I see any of my friends like in trouble right now?
Honestly, no. They all seem pretty good, except for Chastity, who is still like searching the body. So she's taking her sweet time, but...
Cool. I would just like to say that if I do see my friends in trouble, I will walk through fire to get to them.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Just putting that out there.
Of course. I would think nothing less of Josephine. She's a good friend. All right. Chastity and Darcy, you're the ones who are up there on the body. Chastity, do you continue to root around the body?
No, I think Chastity is shocked by the fact that she just had a heart explode in her hand and is kind of sitting there, stopped moving, staring at her blood-drenched hands, and thinking like, it was... I didn't think it'd be so squishy. Yeah, anyway, that's what she's doing.
Okay.
So
Sounds-
Evelyn's stuck the thing to the wall now,
Yep, it is adhered.
and she probably looks back to see if Chastity has found the key or not.
She
Seeing
got
that she kind of
Chastity's...
sitting there, basically motionless, kind of giggling a little, maybe. She's just gonna be stomp over and just look down. I think take in most of the situation and go, Chastity, it's just blood.
Make me a perception and investigation roll.
Okay, does my detail-oriented come into this?
100%.
Sweet.
Okay, you're going to be rolling at a difficulty of 7 because of the smoke.
So it was perception and...
Investigation.
Investigation, okay. Investigation, where are you? There you are. And when the difficulty was 7, you said?
Difficulty 7.
So are we trying to get in the office?
Hello, re-rolls my old friend.
Sorry?
Because I
It's been a while, but you're trying to get into to find the doctor's key.
the skeleton key, right?
Yeah, his skeleton key.
Okay.
6 successes. Okay, well, for one,
That's why I said hello, re-rolls my old friend.
Okay. You are going to notice the following things immediately. You glance over the body. For one, she has a bandolier on her waist of what looks like injectable vials. One of which you will see that she injected herself with something in the in the fight after being shot in the chest. Could be something interesting. As your fingers brush over them, there are still there was 5, so there are still 3 vials remaining.
I'm gonna take the whole bandolier. That looks useful.
It definitely is. It's actually really nice leather, Corinthian.
Ooh, fancy.
As you are checking the body as well, you are going to find a notebook on her hip. Looks like one of her journals that she was keeping like in her for notes in her apron, as well as a key in her pocket, a nondescript old iron key. Looks like it was on a cord, potentially hung from someone's neck at some point.
This might be what I was looking for.
It might. I don't think that she would have any like money or anything on her.
I don't care.
But you absolutely can see that she has a couple of tools on her belt.
Things are much more entertaining.
This is true. All right, so you'll be able to grab those, and
Yes.
yeah.
I will put them into my satchel.
Fantastic. And as you were looking around, you check her over once more, and that's when you will see the same symbol blazed into the side of where her neck and shoulder meet. The symbol of the Ouroboros. I can't speak.
How choking is the smoke getting at this point?
You want to get out of here.
Okay. I will try and haul Chastity up by an elbow.
I'm guessing when you were searching, you may have pushed her off to the side, because Chastity would not resist if you did that. Like, but she wouldn't move
I'll just
either.
move you as I need it.
Okay. Chastity's not moving much, but
I
she's
feel
still
like-
staring at her hands. Like,
I feel like at this point, Evelyn is just kind of at the end of her rope of just, I do not give a rat's ass about what is happening at this point. I have been electrocuted. I have been bitten by chickens. I have refuse all over me, rotting fluids all over me. I do not care what's happening. Chastity appears to have just popped her heart. Who cares? Oh, lovely. It's our enemy. Wonderful stuff. And at this point, if you at all clue back in and you look at Evelyn, she is just like probably scorch marks all over her white blouse. She stinks, and her hair is just an absolute mess. She's very much got a bit of mad scientist look going on here.
Think your husband's gonna like the new look?
And she's very wide-eyed. Wild-eyed.
Oh, fuck.
I am spending your paradox to make that uncleanable, by the way. The look that you have right now is stuck for the time being.
Okay. Evelyn's just going to look back at Chastity for that line and just be, well, he promised in for better or for worse.
Do you want to give him
Better
a
get
heart?
used to it.
Are you all ready to go? We still have to make our way across the city if you're going to make your meeting.
Evelyn's going to just haul on Chastity.
Yeah, Darcy will get up and like go along with no resistance at all.
I think Evelyn's
Still
going to
kind
probably
of
switch to
giggling.
kind of prodding you forward.
Yeah.
And with that, you depart the burning stables. One more historical location fall into the flames of your...
Hopefully whatever passes for a fire brigade shows up. Or we burnt London down.
You were the cause of a new London fire.
I mean, most of it was wood.
All
Right.
right. The doctor takes a look at all of you. What did you find out?
It had that symbol. Otherwise, I found toys.
Let's take a look at what they do. Something useful, maybe?
Well, she took a gunshot wound to the chest, injected herself, and kept going.
If any of you...
Maybe it's repeatable.
He's going to take a look at it. pull out a pair of spectacles with like little like little magnifying tickers over, like kind of in like appraiser glasses. Look through it. Healing with some interesting effects on top of it. Methamphetamine mixed with some organic compounds and tonka bean. If any of you are particularly hurt, this will probably do the job. It's self-actualizing. What the traditions would call a charm.
Oh, that's very useful. Don't have to be necessarily healing all of you at the same time.
Your meeting is in an hour. We have to get all the way across the city. I'm gonna put the horses in high gear.
Let's be off.
Sounds good to me.
With that, you head into the carriage and depart, making your way toward your midnight meeting with your husband. Which I think should be its own game. I think that's going to be its own session.
I was going to say, I kind of feel like that should be the beginning of a session where I'm fresh and ready to go into it and ready to really bring the drama.
I think so as well. But why, Robin, you look upset?
I was expecting Mage to be back. I was expecting like a full night, man. I was excited for long Mage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I'm gonna long Mage next week. Don't worry, Mage is coming back. So, folks, welcome back to Mage. Let's take a minute. So, folks, that's gonna be it for this episode. But why don't we stick around and chat for a few minutes? Do all of you need a washroom break?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
so here's what we're going to do. We're going to
moment.
call a game right here, but we're going to come back in just a minute and do some after game chatties and prepare for the games that are to come. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to do my Patreon thing right now just for the YouTube cut, but thank you to all of the patrons who make games like Mage the Ascension possible. Thank you to the very generous people like Trezelta and Ink Goblin who donated to getting Robin's computer fixed. A special thank you to our patrons at patreon.com/dorktales, like us, Schulten, my world building producer, who I hope to hear from very soon about the world we're building. Solomon and Precarious, my demonic producers, of course DM Michael Gray, my divine producer, and my princes of the Patreon, Trezelta, the Traveler, Cubby Gummy, Eolus, Amberthist, Buddy, and Taryn, the Dorktales original fangirl. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in 5 minutes after a quick washroom break, and then we're going to chat for a bit and talk about what's happening with this season to come. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So don't go anywhere. Let's go on a break. Hello, everyone. We are back. Welcome back. So this is the part of the program where we're going to talk to the chat for a bit before we call it a night. So, folks, we're back. It is Mage time. Did you guys have fun with your Mage game today?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I actually feel like this is a really good place to end because I was actually toying with the idea of telling you prior to game starting that, hey, if we're doing like a big combat, I don't want to go into the thing with my husband until the beginning of the next game then, if possible.
Makes sense.
Because I want to have enough like ready to go.
I mean, it makes sense to me. Like, and I've got a bunch of stuff I want to do for that anyway. So, it's going to be a really, really fun episode. And I think that you're all going to enjoy it a lot. So what we're looking at for the schedule for the next little bit is, we're running next weekend. And then we do have a week off after that because Robin, and Krista are going to be in Vancouver for NADPOD, and we're getting back on Saturday, but like it's going to be late Saturday. So I don't want to go straight from the ferry to the game. So we're going to take a week off there. And then I think we're back as normalish after that. Let me just check my calendar.
We're back on the 29th, but then we're off for the 5th, and then we're back for the 12th, and then we're off for the 19th, 26th, 3rd, and potentially 10th.
Oh, potentially 10th as well.
Yeah, because I might be in Halifax.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was.
I still don't know.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
in
right.
December?
So
Right.
yeah, we've got.
An Extra Life would be the 5th, right?
This-
Yes.
We're,
Of November.
yeah, Extra Life is
Oh
the 5th.
yeah, Extra Life is the 5th. So yeah.
So we're
And
back on the 12th.
I'm away. But it's why I had to save the stream today.
It's true.
true. This
It's
is true.
true.
And then you might be away. You said on the 10th of December, right? But
Yeah, that
then-
one's unsure right now because I might be in Halifax. So.
And then we'll probably run on the 17th, but not the
Yeah.
24th or the 31st because it's the holidays. So
Yeah.
there is a lot of great stuff that this person is hoping to hear about the possibilities from werewolf at some point in the future. I mean, there's always the possibility of werewolves. I'm guessing that Iron Warrior is talking about the Werewolf the Forsaken game. Bro, I can only run so many games a week. I've proven that
especially with these people.
Yeah, that's like chunk of the cast here.
yeah, it's true. There's
You
a
got
lot
3/4 of the cast there.
Yeah.
There is more World of Darkness / Chronicles of Darkness stuff coming in the near future. I have a Chronicles of Darkness game that is in early production right now. That is, the production team is aware of this, and it's gonna be ridiculous. It's the weirdest version of a Chronicles of Darkness game that I've ever ran. And
It'll be good. It'll be good. But yeah, we're actually working on Kelly to not run too much more, because the problem is that running a game looks easy. Like, it looks easy. Like, oh, well, you've got that many nights free in a week, you just run the game. But there's prep. There's after work where Kelly has to like edit it for YouTube, edit it for podcasts, post it, all this stuff. And it's just, he needs to sleep at some point.
Yep.
And eat food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I need
Eating
to have
and not
food,
die.
sleeping, and then there's all these modules coming out from like Wizards and all these other
Yeah,
games we want to
so
play.
much
and it's
stuff.
just, oh god, there's so much to do.
Too much
There's-
to do.
there's
There's too much
not
I
enough
want to be
time.
in, but
Yep.
I need time to myself to not do stuff and to also manage my own streaming. I'm
Yep.
like,
But
Yeah,
decisions
I
must be made.
I have a very hard time saying no to Kelly when it comes to games.
So
like,
do
as
I, and I
Jen
have
pointed
literally no free
out-
time.
Yeah.
Like, do you know
I
how
have
many
free
games we're
time.
about to cram into my non-existent free time?
mhm.
Yeah.
Well, because then there's
Yep.
another thing that's going to be starting in January, February that I told you I'd send you an invite to. I don't expect you to say yes, but I'm going to send you an invite anyway. I'll be like,
Right.
if you have time, join it, because I know Robin wants in it, but
I
we'll
don't
see.
know. Yeah, we'll
What
see.
else would you like me to drop, Kelly?
Work. Just stop going to work. We'll do it during the day.
Gosh, I wish, man.
Oh, I wish,
If
because
you
that's
had a
what
full-time
kills my
job, that'd
free
be amazing.
time.
Right?
Well, half the time I have free time now. Like, I have nights where I'm not streaming, and I get home from work and I'm so worn out that I can't even enjoy it. I don't
Yeah.
play games. I don't crochet. I don't do anything I want to do except
Yep.
sit there and fall asleep on the couch because I'm so tired.
So just kind of want to touch back on the werewolf thing. Like I don't know how much time would happen between seasons or when it's gonna be. It doesn't matter, but I'm like, I think Kate needs to see somebody. I want to send her to therapy.
I think that's great.
And I think it would be even funnier because there's no one in the pack that has training to be a therapist. So she's asked to try and, see a therapist without saying what
And then-
actually is happening.
And then potentially
lot
be
of
the pack
metaphors.
therapist.
Oh my
Because-
god. Oh my
Is this
god.
how Kate gets her
Or-
Ilott training? Is getting
or
therapy and getting
Potentially, she gets a therapist that turns out to be one of those freaky cult people.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like
Hey, good point, Kelly. Yeah.
like
Mhm.
millennial and Gen Z like friend groups. Not everyone can afford to go to therapy, so you pitch in to send one.
Yeah. Bring
The
it
whole
back.
pack
Go-
sends Kate to go to therapy because Kate has unresolved issues and oh god.
We all have
We all-
issues. I
we
mean,
all do, yes.
Megan has big
No,
issues.
she's here. I
It's
mean,
true.
In the chat real quick, congratulations Lily Royal for starting your first mage game. I hope you're having a
That's
lot of fun
exciting.
with it. Oh man, I hope you're having a great time. Congrats. Also, there's also the chance that so we have a Patreon goal right now at we're at 4 or 5 patrons right now. When we hit 115, we are going to start slotting in a monthly episode of Mage the Ascension, the Technocracy, ran by Jen. Eventually, so that'll probably be in the new year. Even if we hit that goal, it's gonna be probably January, February before that starts.
I need prep time, so yeah.
Jen does
Makes
really
sense.
great with prep time though, so it'll be worth it. If you want to see the first game of that, we ran a sneak backdoor pilot during Extra Life in August, and I should have those videos edited and up sometime this week. I know I said I'd have it 2 weeks ago. Life happened. I keep hurting myself. So that's one of the things. Which is great. 11 successes to find a single clue. That's ridiculous. But that's going to be happening.
That's Christine levels of rolling dice.
Is Christine in your game? Christine, are you moonlighting in Lily Royal's game?
Oh,
I mean, Lady Liliana, Lily Royal, it's kind of sus.
It's all coming together. Oh, now
I don't know how it is, especially when I have a reroll ability at any point and I just roll 10 on my first roll. I roll 110. Then I roll another die to explode that 10 and it comes up a 10. And then I roll another one and it legit comes up another 10. And then I roll and I start going, okay, for fuck's sake.
You're like, I can't wait till
cool,
YouTube sees
but
this.
sometimes I do want to fail.
I'd like to succeed.
Because failing
more.
is funny.
Can we trade?
I'll give you some dice that'll fail. I'm not, it's not going to be these boys. These boys are like...
To be fair, the dice that really are successful are all the ones that Kelly has bought me, actually. So I feel like it's Kelly's fault.
It's
But
probably true.
my picture in my head right now for next game is Evelyn just swanning in, filthy, stinking, hair a mess, just head up, just, yes, I'm here for the meeting with so-and-so, and the like staff being like, what the hell is this? And just being like,
It's gonna be amazing.
let them know right away, please. And
And
just
this
ignore how she looks 100%. She's just so just like, she has had enough.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to be...
And it's just going to roll in like she's the queen, but looking awful.
Entire crew is just looking like a disaster zone. Like Chastity looks like a murder scene because she was one, sort of.
Yeah, I don't know
Evelyn's
which...
looks like a...
I don't know which one of us is like the most... that somebody's going to be the most horrified to see us walk in as a group. Like, which one of us in particular? Because
Darcy
feel like
doesn't look that bad.
Josephine-
She looks... Darcy's
which one of
fine.
the three of us?
There we go.
Josephine's naked.
Yep.
So I think she's going to get the most attention.
There can be other clothes around. You can also just steal some off a line.
That's true. We have to find Josephine some clothes in the next hour.
So ill-fitting clothing that is definitely not meant for Josephine. Perfect. Perfect.
She's probably going to grab male clothing.
Yeah. I mean, being real, someone else is going to have to bring that up. Like, it's more...
I don't know that Evelyn's going to twig onto that per se, because I think she's just going to be, oh, gee, dear Lord.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Focused on what's happened and what she's dealing with and and she's got new shiny toys to play with.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just... And then at the end of this, we all have to go back to the manor, and Teddy's gonna be there, and and just...
I feel like this night has been a very good step on my road to being a true mad scientist.
Yes.
I
so.
guess
Absolutely.
also, let's see, first time back, boop, yeah, I'll say...
Oh, also, I remembered something.
Is it that I didn't give you your experience points yet?
No. Is my cat can eat my paradox
It's true, if he's around.
if he's around.
But first,
I know.
you should take 6 points of experience.
Is that including the 3 we got from chat?
It is, yes.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
I'll write this in my notebook because my character sheet is gone. All right,
So
so
much
plus
XP.
7,
Man.
11 XP again.
Yeah, I have to decide what I'm gonna do with the 33 I'm sitting on.
I have
Right?
39 I'm sitting on right now.
I have 33 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought a Seeking, so I'm back down to 11.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'm
What?
avoiding paying for Seeking till after yours have been resolved, I think.
Oh, thanks for the
Mm.
bits. You could buy up one of your spheres. You could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I did buy up my mind up to 3 already, so I'm waiting for that to kick in.
Okay.
Ooh, I could buy time up possibly up to 3.
Yeah.
What are the
Hey.
spheres cost again? It's 8 times the minus
If
8
it's
times
in...
the current level, like 8 times the level you're going for.
So here's a question of this, okay? So I had a long conversation in the Mage Facebook group, and even had Phil Bricado, like Satiros, chime in on it. So their opinions were always that it was rating that you were leaving from times.
And that's the dude who wrote it, right?
He wrote one edition of it. Yeah, definitely. He wrote a couple editions. So like that's kind of his opinion. We've been going with rating that you are buying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
new
what-
rating
what?
times. But
Let's stick with that in this game just because I am giving you heaps of XP.
yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
So-
always made more sense to me because it's like what I'm aiming for, right?
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
what
You're
I'm at.
buying
Yeah.
what you want to go for.
So
Yeah.
okay, so if it's not, so my spheres for my traditions are prime and mind for because like dual affiliation, whatever, and then so time is my non tradition sphere. So is it 8 times for for?
Yes.
So
and
if it's,
7.
it would be 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can actually afford it. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so 24.
And we're gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna
Do
spend it.
Do it. Go get high with Teddy, learn some time magic.
Gonna.
Gonna.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so excited. Like I really can't wait till the new year when this game can happen a little more regularly. Like I'm hoping that Mage can run about 3 weeks out of the month. Like most weekends it runs, but then like one weekend Jen's probably away doing something or there's some other event or something, right? Like
Yeah.
that's like every other plus weekend is kind of what I want with this.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to go this way, but it could be this game every other week with technocracy thrown in on a third one.
On a third one,
right?
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things we could do. We could also adjust the schedule, move this to us. This could be on Saturday or Sunday, maybe. Like we'll figure it out in the new year. But I'm looking forward to this because I've got like, depending on how long the game stays fun and you guys enjoy it, I've got like 5 seasons worth of plots. Because we haven't even gotten to the Old West. And I know you guys want cowboys.
Yeah. Just as a note, I know I haven't had my seeking yet and I haven't passed, but I am saving the XP that I have for Forces 4.
Understood.
Because fire, apparently. Yeah.
I could have saved mine and just saved up for seekings and done all the things, but also time 3.
So
Yeah.
Jen.
Yeah.
We're both really busy this next week.
Yep.
Huh.
Welcome to life.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want entropy 4.
Yeah, gotta get that
No.
seeking first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you try to keep like days off and whatnot, but how's your Friday during the day?
During the day is doable.
Cool. It's my flex this Friday. I
Okay.
do have a bunch of plans, but some of them are very
I
flexible.
only need like 90 minutes.
Yeah. So
Maybe 2 hours because we'll shoot the shit for a bit probably.
yeah, probably.
How do you want to do that? Because I feel like that might be interesting to have that as an audio file.
Like
If
a
people are
podcast
fine.
recording for just
Yeah,
the
do a
seekings?
podcast, release it on the
Yeah.
Patreon. No, I mean, I'll put it on the Patreon for sure. But I might just do a general release seeking side episode.
Yeah.
Because then, like, seekings get so for those who don't understand what the hell I'm talking about, when a mage wants to increase their magical strength, what they have to do is undergo something called a seeking. It is a mystical, like an inner journey, where they go and go on a vision quest, basically. This can be willing, this can be unwilling, this could just be their magical soul grabbing them and being like, "We going on a quest." And if they succeed, they gain more arete, and if they fail, they lose all of the XP and don't gain any. So it's expensive, but it's pretty great. No, Seekings only usually are about an hour or two when I run them. Any longer than that, they're just a bit much. Like, it's Seekings are about teaching a core principle or philosophy. Usually about magic. I make them more personally, but they're better for audio only, because then you don't have the distraction of visual when I'm trying to explain.
And then I don't have to worry about like costume or anything.
Yeah,
right?
you can be totally comfortable just to like think of your character, right? So that'll be not that you have to worry about costume next session anyway, because you burned it.
This is true. I need to figure out what that looks like. That isn't actually, getting me kicked off Twitch.
That's true. I really think that like I really wish we could do just like a mosaic outfit, like just cotton, just smoke.
No. Skin colored morph suit.
Oh yeah.
Or I'll just like, I could wear this shirt and just turn my green screen color to like it was when we started, and then have some sort of bizarre. Or
just wear a horse blanket.
Colors the green screen. Yeah.
Just wear a blanket. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have anything they want to talk about?
I think I want to buy a Seeking.
Pretty good.
You think you want to buy a Seeking? You should.
I want to be an Entropy 4 mage.
So anybody here who did not know, there's a bunch of mage merchandise on the website right now on our TeePublic, which you should take a look at, because it's great. Michael, our graphic designer, designed a fantastic There Is No Such Thing as Paradox shirt. I have a version of that's much worse that I designed. And then there is also Josephine's Concordia style barbecue, which is doubly funny now. And oh god, I've got so many ideas for shirts now. There's a new Josephine, there's a Darcy one going up soon. There are Evelyn and Chastities that are going up by December for all your holiday shopping needs. But there's also a Team Arson shirt now, which is ridiculous.
The Team Arson shirt and the There's No Such Thing as Paradox shirt, they're my favorite.
They're my favorite. I wore both of them. I wore the Team Arson shirt yesterday after I showered from work. I picked up the shirts after the news of my laptop, and I threw on the Team Arson shirt because I'm like, fuck this. And then today I wore my no Such Thing as Paradox shirt because I'm like,
it's just.
And I have There's No Such Thing as Paradox in like both styles that we put up.
Nice.
Amazing.
Because I needed a Josephine wardrobe. That modern day Josephine wardrobe.
Right. I love having merch. I love having merch and having people wear it. Like, it's not just like because it makes money for the channel, but it also is just really cool to have something that either I designed or that represents something that on the channel on somebody's body.
Oh.
Like, it's just
I was wearing my Ghoul-Age shirt when I was in Calgary. We went into this game store. I don't know, it was probably like a really big, like one of the biggest game stores in Canada or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So I went in and they're just like, "Oh, I love your shirt. Where'd you get it?" And I'm with a Heka, a friend from another channel, and he's just like, "Yeah, it's their own merch." I'm just like, "Yeah, it is."
I love it.
I'm sorry, it is.
Wear your own merch. Always wear your own merch. Represent your brand. I think it was I love designing that. It was a hell of a lot of fun.
I love it. It's such a good shirt.
I'm really good at doing brand parody knockoffs. Is my skill. I can do tracing real well. But yeah, it's really cool. Actually, it's really sweet because sometimes like with certain, I'm not going to name names, but there's a player in one of the games that I have where I'm never really sure, like, I know a lot of the players like really love certain games and they're like really enthusiastic. Like all of you are really, really vocal about how much you love Mage, but some of the players are like a little more quiet about it. And I'm always like, am I doing a good job? Like, and then I get a message like, "Hey, my shirts just showed up. I'm so excited." And I'm like, "Oh, that's, do you bought merch of your own character? That's so cute." And it just makes me feel very good, actually. I'm very excited to be doing more stuff here. Also, I have a new book out I guess, is another thing I could bring up. I have a new book out on Storyteller's Vault that I contributed to called Shards of Contagion, which is a Chronicles of Darkness book that is all about, well, I mean, how to phrase this? It's the Contagion Chronicle, which is Chronicles of Darkness. What if all of the different types of monster work together to stop the end of the world because they live or exist on the world? Yo, what's up?
I was just realizing, I was wondering if I could gain a willpower back for my roguish nature.
This has nothing to do with my book.
I know, I'm sorry. I just was closing documents.
What did you do that was
saw it.
roguish?
Regain willpower whenever you manage to score a victory against the forces of oppressive authority. Taking down Frankenstein and
That's not roguish.
Frankenstein's
It's what's
monster.
is that listed under rogue?
Yes, that is the thing. You make rebellion look good more
Weird.
than just some scruffy malcontent you challenge.
That sounds like
conventions and stuff.
scoundrel, not rogue. It sounds like nerf herder, but you can take it.
Okay.
Can I take a willpower for my nature survivor? Regain willpower
Yes.
whenever you survive a difficult situation through stubborn cunning and a refusal to give in.
Yes, you may. Anybody else got one?
Thank you.
I don't think I get Guardian out of this one.
No.
Nope.
Oh god, you actually took Rogue as well. We both took Rogue.
Okay, well, you can take one too then, Christine.
I don't need it, but I didn't use any willpower. But I was just looking to see what are mine. My demeanor is innovator. This is what I've done.
I can see that. All right. So, folks, you're all amazing. Go buy the book though. It's basically about like all of like the God machine gets corrupted, and I wrote. It's not Silent Hill. But it's very creepy. It's very creepy. And if you want to throw your players against something real rough, go buy it. And it's edited and developed by Travis Legg from onyxpath. Really good guy. Really good creative force. And actually, if you want, I am going to be on the onyxpath tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for Pugmire again, as Dr. Harold Rick Bones, who's voiced by Sean Connery. He is the worst paladin that ever paladined. It's great.
It sounds so good.
Irregardless, buy my book. Buy my book. But do if you want to. It's a good book. But buy the next one. I'll force you to do that because that's I am in talks with I have another book that I'm contributing to right now that is taking all of my free time, and it is going to publication. I'm hoping like January, February, if the revisions are done well. I really want to run a game for it, at least a 1-3 shot, and I know Jen wants in that. I know if it's a 1-3 shot, I might be able to convince if it's like spaced out really far, but we'll have to see.
If we scheduled it correctly, yeah.
It would have to be like a recording night. But I just want to say to all of you, thank you for tuning in this episode of Mage. You four are all amazing people, and I love you all very dearly. And I am super stoked to be back. Congratulations. And Jen, thank you again for saving Darcy's like existence by getting that computer.
And I'm really happy that I take good notes because I would have been up poop creek without a paddle for my character sheet because it's all on digital.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's all on Google Drive, so if anything happens to mine, then I'd at least I'd have that.
I should do that, but I was like, oh, I'll save it to like my character sheet folder on my laptop.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
See, I just sync that all with Dropbox, so all of my stuff is, and then I back up to the Google Drive for the shared for the wiki. I'm like, yeah, this is fine. I don't lose too much stuff. Hopefully.
All right, so folks, that's going to be it from us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you very much, like honestly and truly, because you enable us to do what we love, which is share our games with you. We'll see you next week for Mage the Ascension, but in the meanwhile, don't forget, I am over on onyxpath on Sunday. Monday is the Thanksgiving or whatever better holiday you like to celebrate, but it's a day off for us.
Day off work.
Day off work day. Day off work day. And then we're back with Netherdeep on Tuesday and Wednesday. it is the main event for the Shards of Nirn's return, unless someone implodes from food poisoning or something, which you never know when that's going to happen. But that's going to be fantastic to get back to that as well. So I hope you join us for that. And I hope you join us for everything else. So if you haven't liked, followed, subscribed, done all that stuff, please do. And if you have a few extra dollars, consider joining the Patreon and helping us reach our Mage the Ascension technocracy goal, and just supporting the channel because it's a full-time gig with full-time expenses. And with that, what I would like to say is I love you very much. Have a great night.